teaching.
His colleagues have completed, but they are waiting for stipends. And some of them have even started working already.
These and more with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Do stay. A widespread power outages hits part of the country after a major fire tore through the Ghana Grid Company substation at Akoto, disrupting electricity transmission on the national grid. Gridco confirmed in a press statement that the inferno affected the transmission and power generation, leading to loss of supply in several areas. The Ghana Fire Service was there to put out the fire. There's more in the following report.
The statement confirmed that the fire broke out around 2 p.m., forcing sections of the grid offline and significantly affected power supply in multiple areas. Gridco says emergency response teams were swiftly deployed to contain the situation and begin remedial work, while a full assessment is underway to determine the extent of the damage and guide efforts to restore normal operations. Meanwhile, the Ghana Fire Service says while cause of the fire is unknown, the service has commenced investigations. DO3 Aaron Ohimi Edu is the deputy PRO in the Eastern region.
There was extensive damage, so we are yet to finally get the right figures. The cause of the fire is yet to be determined, so the preliminary investigation has commenced.
Moving on, President John Mahama is urging the contractor working on the Kaswa-Winneba Road to open the middle carriageway of the stretch within the next 3 to 4 weeks. He explained that this will enable vehicles travelling to the central region to use that route instead of relying on side roads. He spoke during an inspection tour of the project.
The good thing about this kind of construction is that it opens the road all the way to Winneba, and concurrently we have given the dualization of Winneba to Mankesim to the same contractor, and so it will open the road all the way to Mankesim, and we have also awarded Mankesim to Cape Coast. So it means that for commuters going towards the capital of the central region, Cape Coast, they will have a very easy ride all the way to Cape Coast without going to bunch up somewhere else. As the minister said, we hope that in the next 3 to 4 weeks, they'll be able to open this middle concourse so that all the traffic that is going directly towards Cape Coast or Winneba or Mankesim would not have to use the side roads. They'll use the middle, and that will free up the traffic on the side for them to work and complete that as quickly as possible.
Well, the president also urged the contractor to improve feeder roads connecting nearby communities, stressing that it would be bad to have a major highway in good condition whilst access roads remain poor.
If we do this road network, it will allow some of the investors to begin to open factories in this corridor, and that will create jobs for the local people here. As the MP said, once we finish this main road, the constituencies also have side roads and feeder roads, and so I'll ask the minister to look at some of those roads so that you don't have a beautiful highway just running through their constituencies without some of their roads being done.
Now, the Minerals Commission has revealed that 2 mining companies are not on track to meet the legal requirement to localize their operations ahead of the 2026 deadline. Under the local content and local participation regulation, surface mining must be fully Ghanaian owned, while underground operations must have at least 50% local ownership. Director of Local Content at the Minerals Commission, Ben Mensah, says all but 2 companies have complied.
I must say compliance has been effective, but as usual, you have some people, some organizations that will fall short of full compliance. Effective 2022, we indicated that mining itself, we don't want it to be owner mining. It must be contract mining, of which most of the mining companies have complied, except about 2 or so that have not complied. Some of the companies have complied.
Right.
The only difference is that there is a joint venture in that aspect.
Well, Mr. Mensah says the 2 defaulting companies have been given a 6-month lifeline to comply or face sanctions.
And I can use one company, Anglo Gold, Iduaprim, as an example. They came to tell us that, look, we should give them time to transition from the current joint venture, and we all agreed on a 6 months period. And the 6 months is ending in December this year.
What happens if they breach the 6-month lifeline you've given them?
There will be sanctions. Yeah.
The Chamber of Mines says it will be difficult for mining firms to ward off illegal miners, warning that such attempts often lead to violent attacks on personnel. This follows a strong warning from the EPA, which says concession holders must stop illegal mining or risk losing their permits, insisting they will be held responsible for any environmental damage. But CEO of the Chamber of Mines, Engineer Kenneth Ashbe, says firms cannot tackle the problem alone without state support.
We all know that there's issues where there are encroachments that are taking place.
Right.
And we normally would require the support of government. So we depend on the state. When it comes to the issues of criminality and enforcement of law, we all know that in Ghana, it is the duty of the state to be able to do that. And, no mining firm would be able to arm its own security and all of that. And in all those situations, what you need to do is to be able to rely on state.
Ghana's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Zita Saba-Benson, has criticized some Ghanaian scholars in the UK for demanding stipends after completing their programs, also revealing the government owes about £5 million in PhD-related costs, even as some beneficiaries have finished their studies and secured jobs. The cause earlier this month had threatened a protest to compel government to release funds, but to no avail. Listen to Zita Benson on PM Express Business Edition.
If you look at the leadership of the PhD students, at least once I met when they threatened to protest last week, which was this, is it 17th April? Yes, they have completed. The PhD, the leadership that I met, the president, my own good friend Bansa, he's completed, he's defended his thesis. His colleagues have completed, but they are waiting for stipends. And some of them have even started working already. They are already teaching in universities here, but they're waiting for taxpayers' money to offset their stipends for them.
The Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, SHRAJ, has cautioned Parliament's Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee over potential human rights breaches in the new anti-LGBTQ bill. SHRAJ's concerns calm and stakeholder engagement continue on the bill following a referral made by Speaker Albert Bagwin. Listen to Director in charge of Human Rights at SHRAJ, Mary Nati.
Now, as you consider clause by clause of the bill, as a national human rights institution, it is our role under the Paris Principles of the United Nations to ensure that Ghana is mindful of its obligation under international law. So we will plead with members to look at the bill. That is important that the key principles of human rights are brought to bear in our discourse.
Mary Nate is Director in charge of Human Rights at SHRAJ. And that's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joe 99.7 FM. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info, make a fill the gobe too small.
Go!
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When I
say Absa, you say yes. Absa Bakiti, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs start dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. A work is here, and they work it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will say, yeah. Join the Absa family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with Absa. Your story matters.
You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Brush, 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 that's it. Brush, that's it.
Brush, brush, brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around, brushing it right. Brush, brush, brush your teeth, brush it from and down. Underneath and in between, brush the germs away.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich, creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's about your feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
When the bills are mega.
When the plans are mega.
When the pressure is mega.
When the need is mega.
Then you need a mega answer. That answer is Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loan. Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loans promo is available to new and existing salaried workers, existing loan subscribers, including top-up customers and pensioners. Get support for personal needs, family priorities, school fees, home improvement, business support, and more. Enjoy big loans, low rates with a quick and straightforward process designed to help you move without delay. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch today or call 030-2214-314. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
It's Friday, and I'm excited about Friday. It's also a very good Friday because today is 24th. If your accountant or your finance controller in your company is correct, you should be getting an alert today. Yes, and time checking us today is 6:16. James, how are you?
Kojo, good morning. I'm good yourself.
I'm very well. I love your shirt.
Thank you. Thank you. I love yours.
Yes, mine is the Aya, the Edinkra symbol, the fan, which means
I don't know the meaning of mine.
endurance, everything endurance, consistency, and all that. Yes. Mine is the Aya, and a lot of things are happening. This morning, you were telling me earlier off air that you're excited about the Kaswa Winneba Road.
Yeah, it has delayed though, but
that the president says they should finish
that's
the
my
middle
stretch,
concourse so that you people can drive.
Exactly. I mean, Kojo, it's long overdue. So if we have the government more or less putting some bit of a pressure on the contractor, then we know that we are making some progress on that particular.
How long
stretch.
has that construction been ongoing?
It's quite a number of years since the last administration, and we're now seeing ourselves in a new administration.
About 4 years.
Still dragging it, yeah.
How many years?
I think more than 4 years.
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
It's been ongoing for 3 years, and we've done only 25%.
That's sad. And that's sad. I mean, you now be wondering what the contractors were doing.
Is it that Ghana we are poor? So we are so poor. We can't pay for the cost of the construction. We are so poor in execution that we cannot plan the construction and execute it as fast as possible. And you are so poor in knowledge and technical expertise that we cannot do this.
We are not poor.
We are not.
We are not.
3 years, 25%.
We are not poor.
For how many kilometers?
Yes, discuss with my comedy.
This matter. You shouldn't be happy. Me, I'm not happy.
Well,
I expect better.
Yes, I understand. But my point is, if the government in power now is, trying to push the contractor to have that particular stretch done within, let me say 24 months or 12 months. I think that's, let's just say.
Also, we are still working with that 24-month timeline.
For now, I would have to confirm on the exact month left for that particular stretch, but it's long overdue. I mean, we have to get that done.
If they're able to do it in 24 months,
I mean, those who use the Kaswa to Winneba stretch, they really go through a lot.
Yes.
I mean, when you're going to Cape Coast, when you're going to Chakra.
How many hours now to Cape Coast?
Almost 5 hours.
I remember back in the days, I used to host events. I went to host the MTN Apps Challenge in Cape Coast. Left home at 5 a.m. Got to Cape Coast at about 7:30. It was that sweet. But now you can't do that.
The story different now.
The same for the Kumasi Road.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, let me remind you, 6 a.m. news is brought to you by Total Energies. Total will go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And when you hear James, you know it's time for the Joy Business Report, which is brought to you by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank, and Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature.
Kojo,
yes,
you were giving me an idea for trumpet.
Yes, you had your choice for trumpet.
No, let's just move to yours.
You wanted to give the trumpet to the contractors building the
not the contractors.
I disagree.
I mean government.
I disagree.
Why?
I disagree.
Why?
They are not delivering on the roads as much as they have to.
So my point had nothing to do with the contractor.
It's great roads are being constructed, but it's a mess, the kind of diversions we have and the inconvenience we are having. So I'm not giving any government any trumpet this morning.
Then let's give it to the Ghana Fire Service.
Yes, let's give it to the Ghana National Fire Service. They are one of the least resourced institutions in the country. But every day, these days, if you check their Facebook page, every day they are fighting fires. Yesterday, they stopped a fire. They fought a fire in Ashaiman, which nearly destroyed the whole granite factory. They were in Akusombo to stop the fire at the Akusombo station. They have been fighting fires all over and putting themselves in danger with no PPEs. In fact, yesterday they posted on their Facebook that the Ghana National Fire Service is calling for more rapid intervention vehicles to boost visibility, cut property damage, and speed up emergency response. That's what they are demanding. Go to most state agencies right now. Since the new government came, they've gone to buy new V8s.
But that's not the case for the Ghana
for projects
Fire Service,
that are not being executed.
Yeah.
They are buying new cars for projects that are not being executed.
You have Eben giving you more info.
But Ghana National Service is executing their mandates with no resources. So let's give them the trumpet.
Okay.
And the trumpet is brought to you by ECG. Yes. Don't steal electricity. If you know somebody stealing electricity, report to ECG. Call the ECG hotlines and report that person. And ECG will reward you. So Ghana National Fire Service, this morning, the trumpet goes to you. And we say, trumpet!
Trumpet! Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up in this morning's bulletin, Ghana to reach a new trade deal with UK government for businesses to export duty-free, quota-free. We have details, and this report also about 3 million Ghanaians face threat of food insecurity. That's according to the Ghana Statistical Service. And in this bulletin, our journal for today, we put the spotlight on building wealth from the classroom and advancing financial literacy for Ghana's future. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Joy Business Report. My name is James Shen. Let's settle for the details now. Ghana is set to reach a new trade agreement with the UK government to help traders export to UK market duty-free and quota-free. The move should go a long way to reduce some of the challenges that firms from Ghana face in accessing the UK market. Ghana's High Commissioner to UK, Zita Benson, who disclosed this on PM Express Business Edition, noted that they're working to ensure that Ghanaian firms fully take advantage of this trade deal.
So we are looking at a balance of trade where the UK already exports into Ghana. But how can Ghana also leverage and increase our exports? Because His Excellency's vision is that he wants to increase exports. So we are looking at that balance of trade, encourage more exports from Ghana into the UK. So once we get that done, I believe that people will be able to take full advantage of the TPA that we have with the UK.
Zita Benson is Ghana's High Commissioner to the UK and Ireland. Now, a new report by the Ghana Statistical Service is warning that while most households in the country appear food secure, many are increasingly struggling behind the scenes to cope. Here's a news desk report.
Findings from the Mobile Vulnerability Analysis and Mapping Survey show that about 91% of Ghanaians maintain acceptable food consumption levels, pointing to relative national stability. However, the report cautions that this marks deeper stress, with 1 in 3 households adopting medium to high coping strategies to meet their food needs. Households are increasingly reducing portion sizes, switching to cheaper foods, and borrowing clear signs of pressure on livelihoods. More concerning, about 1 in 4 households is engaging in crisis or emergency coping strategies, including selling productive assets and cutting spending on health and education. The data also reveals sharp regional disparities, with Northeast, Northern, Upper East, and Upper West regions recording significantly higher levels of vulnerability compared to southern parts of the country. Beyond geography, the report identifies education, livelihood type, and access to markets as key drivers of food insecurity.
And that was a news desk report. Now, away from that, Associate Professor of Finance at the University of Cape Coast Business School, Professor Seiram Kawo, has expressed concerns over the decline in bank credit to the real sector, warning that limited private sector lending could slow Ghana's economic recovery. Speaking to Joy Business, Professor Kawo called for broader engagement between stakeholders to design risk-sharing schemes, credit guarantees, and targeted incentives that make lending to the private sector attractive again.
Giving personal loans, that is worrying. Most of the personal loans goes into consumption. It means that we are sitting on a time bomb when we give out money and the monies go into consumption with the hope, with the belief that when we lend to the real sector, they may not be able to pay back and increasing the non-performing loans rate. The private sector comes with more work where you need to look at their financials, look at their sustainabilities, making sure that their cash flows are okay, they will be able to pay your money in time. And so some of these things are the ones that are affecting the rate.
You heard Associate Professor of Finance at the University of Cape Coast Business School, Professor Seiram Kawo. Now, cocoa farmers in Ghana worry that delay in paying for their beans of up to 6 months are hampering them from harvesting a rain-boosted mid-crop. The farmers say they anticipate bumper harvest but are discouraged to harvest their produce due to delayed payment. The next report has more.
According to Reuters, Ghanaian farmers it engaged said the delays have drained the operating funds, leaving them unable to hire labor or cover harvesting costs in Ghana, where the cocoa sector supports the livelihoods of some 800,000 farming families. The Ghana Cocoa Cooperatives Association Vice President Theophilus Tamaklu said farmers have cocoa on the trees that needs to be harvested, but there is no money to do that. He disclosed that he has 14 freshly harvested bags weighing 896 kilograms, nearly a metric ton, in his warehouse, which he has refused to hand over to buyers on credit. Some farmers insisted that they will only release them to licensed buying companies that pays instantly.
And that was a Business Desk report. Now, the Venture Capital and Private Equity Association is hoping to scale up support for the small and medium enterprises businesses in the country as more firms enter the industry. Board chairman of the association, Matthew Buedu, told Joy Business that the sector has seen a significant growth, hence the need to scale up support for small businesses. He has been speaking at the sidelines of the Venture Capital Annual Industry Conference in Accra.
The ecosystem is growing. I mean, a few years ago, there were very few private equity practices in the country. I could think of 2 at a time. But over time, a number of institutions have come. The asset under management is growing. So whilst we are growing the number of institutions that are deploying capital, we will be able to scale the business. I think the next phase, and we've also seen private and domestic capital coming into the space. So with this, we are poised to providing sustainable capital for private sector SMEs. So we foresee significant growth in that space.
Matthew Buedu is the board chairman of the Venture Capital and Private Equity Association. You're still listening to the Joy Business Report, and next is our business journal. And what if the foundation of wealth begins not in the marketplace, but in a classroom? In today's business journal, we bring you a story of knowledge, young minds, and the future of Ghana's economy. Helen Na Kai Ai as the rest of today's business journal. Take a listen.
In a room filled with ideas, ambition, and quiet determination, the Center for Financial Literacy Education Africa is planting seeds. Seeds of knowledge and beliefs can grow into lasting wealth. The era of financial knowledge is gradually shifting, not just resident among the older generation, but penetrating into the very fiber of the younger generation. Peter Sarinyako is Executive Director of the Center for Financial Literacy Education Africa. The vision, he says, goes beyond conferences and conversations. It is about rewriting the story of financial education, placing it at the heart of the Ghanaian classrooms where habits are formed and futures imagined.
We've seen people who had no idea what insurance was, what kind of investment they should do. And through our education and awareness, now we have a lot of people who are now doing investments, people who understand insurance and actually getting the right insurance policies. And recently I chanced on social studies and I realized financial literacy has been inculcated in the syllabus. Government is doing their part, but I think they can do more. Let's make financial literacy a subject on its own in the educational system.
It doesn't stop there. Advisory board member of the center, Daniel Foridankwa, believes the earlier the lessons begin, the stronger the impact.
We want to catch them young because they are the next generation. So if we get the financial literacy education into them at this stage, it will be good for the whole country.
For some, the lessons are already taking roots. Students are listening, questioning, and reflecting, gradually turning theory into personal insight. Project Finance Officer at Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, Juliet Ephraim Williams, watches closely, encouraged by the spark she sees in young minds ready to think differently about money.
I hope that they would use it very well beyond school, building their life, building businesses, and creating wealth.
Students of West African Senior High School, Lukman Amira, showed proof of what financial literacy could be. An era where it's no longer an abstract idea, but a lived experience.
I know how to effectively save, where to invest, how to budget for my daily expenses, how to even save for the future and save for unforeseen occurrences. Students have the mindset that investment is for old people. You can start with as little as 30 cedis to invest. If you do not have the money, you should save the little you have, add it together, and then start investing as early as possible.
The journey to wealth, inclusion, and economic strength may well begin with a single lesson. Thought early, learned well,
and carried for life. For today's Business Journal, I am Helen Nakai Ai.
And that was our business journal for today. Let's do some commodities as crude oil increased to $105 to barrel this morning. Gold dropped by more than $10 and trading at $4,683 an ounce. Cocoa is selling at $3,458 a ton after going up by $31. The dollar this morning, to some currency news now, the dollar this morning is going for 11 cedis 20 pesos. That's the rate from some of the major commercial banks. And also the euro is going for 13 cedis 20 pesos. The British pound is trading at 15 cedis 15 pesos. The forex bureaus, on the other hand, are selling the dollar at 11 cedis 75 pesos. And that's all for the Joy Business Report with me, James Ishin. Kojo.
Bra James.
Ghana Fire Service contractor.
No. Yeah, well, I'll take it. I'll take it if that's how you are going to put it. I think that when it comes to equitable distribution of resources, the institutions that protect us. And
what is the Ministry of Interior doing?
Well, the new minister says they are going to resource the Ghana National Fire Service.
For how long?
I've not
seen. Was this their second year?
Yeah, I've not seen the resources coming yet. But they said they are going to resource the Ghana National Fire Service. And as a watcher of state institutions, I have seen all sorts of state institutions spending money on useless cars. And I'll call them useless. For example, if your job is to build productive infrastructure and you do not have capital to do that, but you are buying cars and not moving around enough to build those things. Look at some of the sectors that we have and how the liabilities in cars is so much and the cost of running them is so much that the actual work being done doesn't get done. It's like the NGO economy. How a lot of money comes into the country to NGOs, and every day we are solving poverty in the north. But you go to the north and every day there is poverty.
We've been solving for years.
So an institution like the Ghana National Fire Service, because I don't know when next this studio will catch fire, or my house will catch fire, or my child's school will catch fire, or somebody will crash into something. And you need the fire service to come to your aid. And in fact, the people who work there, they are first Ghanaians, second human beings, and third security agency people who want to serve us.
They're doing well.
And so if you don't resource them and you don't give them the assured safety, whilst they also ensure our safety, then there is something practically wrong with our thinking. So, fire service, so when people speak against them, sometimes people say, oh, their response time, this. It's not like we've given them heaven and earth and they are failing. We've not given them anything over the years. Nothing. And it's people's children who work in the fire service. So, for me, if you will call me fire service contractor, I take it in good faith. In fact, I'm going to change my Facebook username, right? Kojo Akoto Boateng, Ghana National Fire Service Contractor, and I'll keep advocating for them.
That's a good cause
to help all of us. But anyway, thank you, James, for bringing us the business. It's 6:35. You are still live on the Super Morning Show. It's time for our inspirational song. And James, what do you think I'm playing today for inspiration?
You'd have to
I
tell
started
me.
with Nat Brew.
Okay.
And so just guess. Wild
It's
guess.
local, foreign.
Very local. Wild guess.
Male, female.
Male.
Jometo.
No.
MOG.
Stop guessing. This is our inspirational song for today from Sarkodie and Black Sheriff. Countryside.
Okay.
Can you hear this song? If you hear this song, get your kicks on. No time, my brother, we gone. We gone. You know, we need a grow no more. We know if we waste time for no pagan brothers. No more. They go see we for countryside. If be there, they go see we, yo. They go follow man, them go. For countryside. If be there, they go see we, yo. They go follow man, them go. For countryside. If be there, they go see we.
know the wait for nobody with a far corner. I want to what years with the waste time. Everybody get your own blessing. I check my nasu with the asso, so why you the hit man? By the time I'm with you, so better when I be do I'm on the Matema and the baseline. People say me you hint me chinko, so ya home I go to I'm in the daytime. If it's a more dummy, what the love, it's in a more time I know the call back. I feel like me who's the fame, no be all that. So what you me beg, everybody go fall back. So when the good time comes and the money pile up for the countryside, if you don't wanna go see the people, we stack on the ride inside. They go see we for countryside. If you die, they go see we oh. They go follow man them go for countryside. For the countryside. If you die, they go see we oh. They go follow man them go for countryside. If you die, they go see we oh. They go follow man them go for countryside. If you die, they go see we oh. They go follow man them go for countryside. If I think about the place where I came from and all the things that I've been through, it's kind of funny how you niggas wanna say something. Say be I feel me say more crowd me soon. Cause I started off broke. Oh mummy I'm a call, but the nigga don't choke. Nobody for try me if you know they want smoke. I know it's hard, but I'm giving y'all hope. When you're feeling like the world is against you and you're back against the wall, God is gonna send you an angel. Now me baby I go rise when you fall, so don't stop, stay strong. It'll be overnight, it will take long. When you go 10 times down, you go rise 10 times up. Sing along.
Don't stop, stay strong. Nyame be go rise when they fall. And so when you fall 10 times, you go rise 10 times. Let me read some of the lyrics of the song and why I'm choosing. I've chosen it as my inspirational song for today. Kwaku, Akoto says that I started off broke. But I didn't choke. Nobody should try me if you don't want smoke. I know it's hard. I'm giving you all hope. When you're feeling like the world is against you and your back is against the wall, God is gonna send you an angel. Go rise when you fall. So don't stop. Stay strong. It's not overnight. It will take long. When you go 10 times down, you will go 10 times up. Sing along. We're going to the countryside.
As inspirational as it could get. Some of these raps, if you pay attention, you listen to the lyrics, of course, a lot of them are complete rival. But if you listen to a lot of them, you pay attention, Akoto in particular, I mean, really good inspiration music this morning.
The other day, I was coming from the farm, and I was really sad because some cattle had gone to chew about 20 acres of my coconut. So I wasn't happy. And I was just listening to this song for the, when I'm on the road, countryside, I just play it to complement the drive. And then it got to that particular point where Akoto said, Charlie, you cannot make it overnight.
Yeah.
It takes time. So when you fall 10 times, you will rise 10 times. So they will eat it 100 times.
You will grow
it 100 times. 100 times.
Yes.
And everything will be fine. Obede, thank you, Tracy. And then Bono MPCA, Vancha MPCA, because Sak is a legend. Sak is a legend, and he's delivered on this song. Anyway, it brings us to the Drive Safe campaign brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, solid protection. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. And this morning, my tip is simple. Don't drink and drive. Don't overspeed.
Charlie, can I give some morning tip? This tip, I give it every day, but this one.
Drop it.
We beg you. The 10 signal, the traffic indicator.
Yes.
You have to use it at least some seconds before you have to do the 10. You don't get to the junction immediately, then you put on your 10. Then, we can't drive like that. Give the persons behind you some opportunity to know what your next move is. So just turn your indicator on.
Yes.
In the next 10 seconds, I'm going to the left, I'm going to the right. Then the people behind you can properly plan and align. Because, unfortunately, we drive so close to each other these days, which is not appropriate, by the way. You have to space out. But you must still give that indicator. So somebody is doing 50. Then they just put on a 10 line and then they just slow down.
Oh, no, the TV license, and your driver's license. So you use the 10 indicator. Thank you so much, Kwaku, for highlighting that. That brings us to our fuel tip. Before any trip, check your tires, brakes, your lights, and fuel level. Many breakdowns and road accidents or incidents begin with simple defects that could have been noticed earlier. A few minutes of inspection can save you hours of regret. And this is a message from Comac, and they're encouraging us to ensure we do these preventive checks before we hit the road. Say it right is brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you. Yesterday we managed to bring Teacher Kofi from his hideouts, but we've not been able to bring him today. So we'll bring you Say It Right on Monday, and it's brought to you by Kingdom Books and Societe Generale Bank Ghana.
Let me tell you about Kingdom's Books, because your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices has now introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to www.kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of our branches. It is hassle-free. We'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. We offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is our hallmark.
And this year, no more waiting, no more managing small. Go mega with Societe Generale Bank Ghana. From Yatisu Bium and Yatisu promo, Societe Generale Bank Ghana is here with the mega loans promo with even lower and more competitive rates. With SG Ghana's mega loans promo, salaried workers of SG Ghana listed companies, pensioners, and eligible customers can access support for personal needs, family commitments, home projects, and more. And from now till July 2026, apply and enjoy big loans at small rates, very, very small rates, and a fast, hassle-free process that helps you get going and moving sooner. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302-214-314 for more details about the SG Ghana Mega Loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you. And newspaper review is brought to you by Syntex Tank, Air Strong, Air Tough, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Happy Smile, Star Oil, quality and affordable fuel for all, and Enterprise Insurance, your advantage. Oak Plaza Mother's Day lunch is coming. Get ready to reserve your seat. Kwaku.
Let's start with the Daily Guy. He has some interesting stories. We are not illegal miners. Angry Nzima youth to Ademus Resources. The big photo of Angela List, the CEO of Ademus. And then Ghana among U.S. car theft destinations. A lot of the Honda Civics and CRVs on our road are flagged as cars from USA that has been stolen.
Yeah.
And then
later today we'll be talking to the Wanderlust crew. Okay. They are driving from Accra to the USA for the World Cup. Last year when they went on their Accra, London, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Kazakhstan, Kuwait, South Africa trip, they got to Congo and their cars were seized. Cars they bought here. Apparently those cars were stolen cars, and they bought them from car dealerships in this country. And so this stolen car thing, look, a lot of the Honda CRVs, a lot of the Ford F-150s, a lot of the cars that originate from Canada and the US, a lot of them are stolen. So if you are buying a car, in fact, go to the Ghana Police Service for them to check whether that car is not stolen before you buy. Because the moment you buy that car, you become a member of that chain of crime, and you could get yourself in trouble.
Very interesting, the one there. Shift operations to local contractors, government to mining firms, that directive that came in yesterday. And OSP challenges no power to prosecute order. All of that on the front page of the Daily Guide.
Now, if you go to the Daily Graphic, I'm here to win. New Black Stars coach. Charlie's been given a title. I saw it.
Who's it?
I might want to look out title. I'll share with you.
Great.
So Paul or something.
Hey.
Yes. I'll share that name with. No, when the sports guys come, they'll give us the full 411 on the new Black Stars coach. And more from the Daily Graphic. Governor urges shift from diaspora remittances to investments. You know, the report is that remittances have overtaken FDIs. And the governor is saying, don't just send money home for consumption, come back home and invest. Invest in the productive sector so that we can grow our economy. And all is set to celebrate Asante as a pillar of peace. And Tobinko is urging increased government support for the pharmaceutical industry.
The publisher, Angry Otumfuo, slams ministers over Sampa. And chiefs give government 7-day ultimatum over 1 billion Ghana cedi bui compensation. Gabriel Tanku Atokle was not declared wanted, Yoko speaking. And passed anti-LGBTQ bill in current form, Hassan Tampuli is speaking. We know that the committees have started doing their work on this bill once again. And yesterday, He was speaking. All of that on the front page of the Ghanaian Publisher.
If you go to the Daily Gist, Ochiman cast ties with Etreso Hine. That's the story there. Akosombo Power Substation catches fire. That was yesterday.
Yeah.
The fire was brought under control. Otumfor fingers 3 ministers in Sampa chieftaincy crisis. No apology until justice is served. This is Ochibefi speaking. There's also a story of a bank staff who stole a customer's 12 million Ghana cedis and used about 500 or 600,000 cedis of that for betting.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, this betting crazy. I mean,
what was he betting on? That Jesus Christ will come tomorrow.
12 million Ghana cedis.
And you use
600,000 cedis. Wanted to
anyway.
And
the big story on the front page of the Daily Gist is Ato forcing sabotaging ministers. No cash syndrome hits ministries.
Hey.
Yes, that's the big story. It's a question with explanations.
Yes.
On the front page of the
Daily
Gist. Hey, Ato, are you sabotaging ministers? So those are the newspapers. The online news review is brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest. Kwaku.
So let me tell you about myjournalline.com. Ghana owes £5 million in unpaid stipends to PhD students in the UK. The High Commissioner speaking with George Rafe. You can't stay, work and still claim stipends. The High Commissioner Benson fires at Ghanaian scholars in the UK. Ghana eyes bigger share of UK market and the tariff-free deal. Sita Benson again speaking. All of that from George Rafe's interview. Ghana summoned South Africa envoy over reported xenophobic attacks. And then Gridco probes Akosombo substation fire after nationwide disruption. And in Team Fojo denies alleged sexual relationship with Angel Maxine. And then last one, Sam George blast AIDS Commission for lubricant distributions to gays.
Anyway, before I give you City Newsroom, let me remind you that if you are managing a church or a ministry, Zenith Bank has a solution for you. They've introduced the Zenith Church Premium Account. It's a tailored financial solution for churches and ministries. You enjoy free Sunday cash pickups, loans at concessionary rates, full cash management services, and expert investment advice for your ministry's growth. So let Zenith Bank handle your church's finances while you focus on transforming lives. Yes. And if you want to sign up for the Zenith Bank Church Premium Account today, you can call 054 2111 and 0302 680 884. You can also make it better and visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up. The team is ready to help you. Zenith Bank is in your best interest. So citynewsroom.com. Publican AI key to transparency. Revenue boost. This is according to the Deputy Finance Minister. I was reading more about the Publican and talking to other people about Publican AI and the fact that the dispute resolution offices were all closed. And the only office you could go resolve your dispute was at the Ministry of Finance.
Hey.
So imagine you're a freight forwarder in Takrade or you're a freight forwarder at the Paga port or someplace and you have a challenge. You have to come to the Ministry of Finance. And for the period that your challenge is being resolved, you'll be incurring demurrage. Who pays for that? So that's also one of the big issues. And I also learned that the contractors who brought Publican, we are not paying them any upfront fees. They are taking 13% of any extra revenue they help us get.
Then that's an incentive to raise the sum of the things.
Yes, and as the Deputy Finance Minister has said before, they're expecting to raise an extra 1 billion Ghana cedis in lost revenue with Publican AI, which means that the contractor will be taking 130 million Ghana cedis every month and over 1.4 billion Ghana cedis every year. Those are some of the things I found when I was reading more about the Publican AI system. Now, more stories from City Newsroom. No contractor the PESWA and the big push project. So why are we not seeing them working giddy?
Mama was saying that, in fact, Okanchi was saying, Sikano, big push cano, etaho. Intino, contractor obey Juma quick no. Our banobeji, intino, almost this kind
of the money is there.
Yeah.
Knowing a little about construction, sit with them, let them know how fast you want the jobs done, and have the cash flow strategy in place. so that if they need more plant and equipment,
they can
because the job, if it's 60 kilometers, the contractor can break it
Into
down
lots.
internally into their own lots,
Yeah.
bring in more machines and more human resources, and get the work done. So if the money tahopopa there, why is Kaswa Road still at 25%?
It went there yesterday. Now we are talking about November 2027.
Why is the Dodua Road not
Dodua.
finished? Ofanko Road not done? Why is the other one,
the
Dawenya Road?
Dawenya.
The roads in Kumasi. The roads. So if the Sikata Hopwa, we know, look, anybody who does any of the built engineering courses, if you do BT, planning, land economy, civil engineering, there is assignment and resource planning.
Yeah.
So if the money is there and it's not a problem, let's do the resource planning and finish these roads immediately.
Because I think it's in the long term, we are actually better served if we put the money into those projects quickly and finish those projects as quickly as we can. Because if you look at the Kaswa, I mean, it's been going on for such a long time, and we are talking about 25%. And if you're going to talk about 25% at the same rate as has been done, then you are the 2027 timeline we've set for ourselves, we may not meet it. I mean, it's such an eyesore. Even the pictures from the presidency yesterday, you look at the cloud of dust hovering around communities around that area. I mean, I don't know how they live there, because I've driven on that road once.
People sue the contractor and the ministry.
It's such a struggle.
For the dust and the struggle they are going
through.
Yeah,
it's such a big question people have been asking, because I mean, while you're doing this work, we need to mitigate the damage that is being done. I mean, imagine living in that place since the construction started and inhaling this dust every day. By the time they finish the road, you get some chronic disease anyway.
Because the construction, you are excavating laterite from the same environment. You are not importing it. You are blasting rocks from the same geographical area. You are not importing it. It is machines, diesel. So cut, fill, compact, build concrete structures, which form work. You place concrete maybe 21 days or something. Like me, I just don't see the reason why if the money the construction takes so long and it costs us so much. We need to be able to do something about it. One more story from City Newsroom. Teacher trainees to protest today over inadequate recruitment slots. That's also a story here on City Newsroom.
Okay, let's get into the papers and let's start from the Daily Guide. This big story: OSP challenges no power to prosecute order. Jibril Abdul Razak, writing on page 3 of the Daily Guide, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has filed a notice of appeal challenging the decision of a High Court which said the office had no independent power to prosecute without the authorization of the AG. The OSP has also filed an application for stay of execution pending the hearing and determination of the appeal against the decision. The issue came up during the trial of former Minister for Finance Ken Ofori-Atta and 7 others who have been charged for their involvement in a revenue assurance contract awarded by the GRA to Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited, SML, which according to the OSP has allegedly caused the nation over 1.4 billion Ghana cedis financial loss. Adelaide Kobri Wood, principal prosecutor at the OSP, told the court that between the last adjourned date and yesterday, there have been some court proceedings, particularly the High Court decision and a pending writ at the Supreme Court concerning the OSP's prosecutorial powers. She urged the court to take judicial notice of those court processes and proceedings while asking the court to adjourn the case pending the hearing and determination of the appeal and the stay of the execution. The lawyers for all the accused persons did not oppose the request, but asked the court to take a date that is reasonably further so they don't have to come back for more adjournments. The court presided by Justice Francis Achibonga granted the request and adjourned the case to May 26, 2026. So,
and the Daily Graphic says more OSP cases suffer adjournments. There's the Mustafa Abdul Hamid case in there. There's the former Public Procurement Authority Chief Executive Ajenim Boateng case in there. The latest case to suffer an adjournment, as you've just read, the Ken Ofori-Atta case also in there. And Mr. Enimola Sean has written an article on page 7 of the Daily Graphic, Abolishing OSP, What a Shame. And he writes that the first shots in the OSP Attorney General legal tussle have been fired. In Accra this week, proceedings in the high-profile trial of former Chief Executive of the NPA have been halted after his legal team challenged the authority of the Office of Special Prosecutor to prosecute. He's basically writing what we thought the OSP would do and should do for us, the hopes we had, and how legalese and all these things. It's just making it an institution that is paying salaries and basically may not deliver results to us. Yes. But there are some interesting stories in the Daily Graphic that I want to share with you. If you go to Niger, 3,000 NGOs have been suspended by the government, the military government, in 2025. Burkina Faso has also dissolved 100 NGOs and associations. But in the Burkina Faso, many of them are involved in the defense of human rights, and they've been banned from operating. I'm highlighting this story because I travel a lot, and I know the NGO economy in Ghana. And sometimes I think that there's this NGO and development space economy that is just paying consultants. Huge sums of money, and actual beneficiaries are left in poverty. And it's just a cycle that keeps repeating itself. So today, this institution, EU, USA, everybody is pouring money into something. But when you look at the funding that comes in, the funding stays at the top and pays contractors and buys cars and pays for administrative staff and some small money.
By the time it gets down, the money.
Yeah.
And if you
and
go,
even the money that actually gets down, people end up building houses with it.
I mean, I read a post from Justice Beidou, and he said if you go to Tamale on a regular day and you enter some hotels, CSO, this meeting here, this NGO this, NGO that, NGO that, just doing high-level meetings that never really trickled down to the people. So it's a good point you make. Perhaps the donors ought to know that their money is not reaching the people they are targeting.
To avoid all problems, let's not say never really trickle down to the people.
Well, not all
but
the time.
We are not seeing enough impact. Yes, we are not seeing enough impact. Now, page 3 of the Daily Gist, Atuforcing sabotaging ministers. A story by Issa Olego. It says that mounting economic frustration among Ghanaians is increasingly being linked to the stringent fiscal controls introduced by Finance Minister KCL Atuforcing, a policy direction that is not only reshaping government spending but also intensifying an internal power struggle within the NDC, particularly with the Minister for Education, Harry Idrisu. That's how this paper is putting it. Across markets, trading centers and small businesses, a common complaint is emerging. Money is not circulating, and traders say customers can no longer afford basic goods, while business owners report declining sales and reduced purchasing power. But people are being paid their salaries. So they're not being able to afford. Is it that Atuforcing is also doing well in ensuring that the fiscal slippages are blocked, so people are not getting the corruption
those
money
ones
to
that
spend?
are leaking all over the place?
Maybe I'm just asking.
Those are questions, and I think one of our issues, we've always talked about it, has always been because we've just been releasing a lot of money to places where the money shouldn't be going. So if ministries need actual money, and they're actually able to justify it and go to the finance ministry, my understanding is that they are getting it. The idea that as in a quarter, a ministry should just be getting maybe 4 billion when we do not have a priority list in terms of where it is going is why we get to where we are. But let me just do this quick story on scholarships, because we understand, yes, we are owing 5 million in unpaid stipends to PhD students in UK. At the same time, some people too have completed and they are still taking the stipends, and so it's something we should be looking at. Perhaps when we come back from the BBC, a few things that I'll talk about.
And Ghana has also summoned the South African envoy over reported xenophobic attacks. Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, Glyco, We Cushion You for Life. Those two bring you the BBC News.
Decision to build a company bringing better farming and environmental data to emerging economies.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, The Interview. Conversations with the people shaping our world with me, BBC presenter Rahul Tandon. For this episode, I speak to Iranian-American businessman Isa Glarian. The 72-year-old billionaire is the founder and chief executive of US-based MGA Entertainment, one of the world's largest toy companies. It's all a far cry from when he bought that one-way ticket to America at just 17 years old. Did you speak any English before you went there? And when you landed then, was it easy to get a job? How did you get a job?
I didn't speak English. So after about a month in Los Angeles, I was left with 25 quarters in my pocket. I got a job as a dishwasher in a coffee shop. And for the graveyard shift, from 11 to 7 in the morning, I washed dishes. And in the morning, I went to school.
Isa Glarian. Hear more on The Interview after the news.
BBC News with Govinda Gill. The BBC's uncovered evidence that women who were abused by Jeffrey Epstein were housed by him in several London flats after police decided not to investigate the convicted sex offender. One of the women Epstein abused, Virginia Giuffre, told the Metropolitan Police in 2015 that she'd been the victim of an international sex trafficking scheme with links to London. The British capital's police force didn't open a full investigation at the time, saying it wasn't the appropriate authority. It now says it was engaged with law enforcement partners, including US authorities, to seek further detail and ensure information sharing. Kevin Hyland is the former head of the Met Police Human Trafficking Unit.
Who else was involved and what offences could they have committed? And, of course, importantly, is this still going on with others? But actually people are outraged that somebody came forward and said, I was trafficked by this man, and yet he was just allowed to carry on. Who in the police made that decision?
President Trump has said that a ceasefire in Lebanon, where Israel is fighting the Iranian-backed group Hezbollah, will be extended for a further 3 weeks. It had been due to expire on Sunday. Lena Sinjab is in Beirut.
President Donald Trump saying that in the coming 3 weeks during the extended ceasefire, there will be a meeting between the Lebanese president and Israeli prime minister, something really unprecedented and very important for the country at a time that provides challenges as well as promises for a country that is really exhausted with the war that left 2,500 people killed. Lebanon is very keen on holding these talks. They want an end to the occupation in the south and the return of all the displaced.
A US Special Forces soldier involved in the military operation that captured Nicolas Maduro has been arrested after he allegedly bet on the removal of Venezuela's former leader before the information was publicly available. Gannon Ken Van Dyke has been charged with a series of insider trading-related offences. Here's Will Grant.
It seems that US Special Forces soldier had spread around $32,000 worth of bets through Polymarket, which ultimately reaped him a dividend of over $400,000. He is now facing 5 charges over those bets as a result of his arrest. An absolutely fascinating twist in what was already an extraordinary episode in modern Latin America.
The Indian government has reacted to a comment reposted by President Trump describing the country as a hellhole, saying that the remarks were uninformed, inappropriate and in poor taste. India's foreign ministry said the comments didn't reflect the reality of the India-US relationship. World News from the BBC. A preliminary report has blamed communication failure and a lack of equipment for last month's collision between an Air Canada plane and a fire truck at New York's LaGuardia Airport. 2 Canadian pilots were killed. The report by the US Transportation Safety Board says controllers mistakenly cleared the truck to cross a runway even as the jet approached. The military in Pakistan says 22 alleged militants were killed by security forces earlier this week in the northwestern province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. A statement from the military's media wing said a 10-year-old boy was also killed when he was caught in crossfire during the operation. Pakistan's mountainous northwestern areas have seen a spate of militant attacks in recent years. Representatives from about 60 countries are gathering in the Colombian city of Santa Marta to plan a complete move away from fossil fuels. There's growing concern over the slow pace of efforts to tackle climate change. Here's Matt McGrath.
Last year's COP30 meeting in Brazil ended in frustration for many countries when efforts to speed up the move away from fossil energy were strongly opposed by producer countries, including many Arab states. This Santa Marta conference aims to build on that frustration. The organisers say the global energy crisis sparked by conflict in the Middle East has also increased the urgency of moving away from fuels such as oil, coal and gas. Major producers attending include Nigeria, Norway and Australia, but China, the US and India are not going.
Officials in northern Japan have issued evacuation orders to more than 2,500 residents in the Owaite region, where wildfires have been raging for the past 2 days. The flames have been encroaching towards homes in and around the town of Otsuchi, where hundreds of firefighters working through the night to try to protect properties. BBC News.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Syntax Tango! Syntax, hey, tough, hey, strong. If you want quality, this be where you belong. Syntax, hey, tough, hey, strong. Oh, gonna shout and sing the song. When the sun they hot, Syntax no break. When the rain they fall, still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start.
For years, you've made Sultana more than just a brand. It has become a part of your home. From your kitchens to your celebrations, now it's time to give back to you. Sultana's Buy and Win promo is here. You can win cars, motorbikes, trucks, Sultana products, and many more. All you have to do is to buy a bag of Sultana rice, scratch your coupon, and you could win really big. Sultana rice, your household favorite. Win the big one.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Queiroz platform. This advert is FDA approved.
What is the perfect melody for a mother's heart? Join us at Oak Plaza Hotel for a divine Mother's Day celebration featuring a powerful live performance by PSA Esther. Set in the lush Daddy's garden, we are serving a feast fit for a queen. Featuring sizzling live grills, authentic local soups, and a variety of continental specialties. At 600 Ghana cedis per person, Mom enjoys premium hospitality, our lucky dip, and special gifts from our partners at Unilever. Join us on May 10 from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Space is limited, so secure her seat of honor now by calling 0302 210 630. Sponsored by Unilever, Flora Tissues, and Joy FM.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Pay small, drive covered.
Charlie, my guy. Hey, driving these days be sweet oh. No pressure, everything's smooth.
Ah, look at you smiling early morning. What's making life so easy like that?
Simple. I'm using Pay As You Earn Motor Insurance from Coronation.
Pay As You Earn?
Yes, same trusted cover, but I pay monthly or quarterly. just the way I prefer. It's about flexibility, so I don't have to pay everything at once. Only if you want to. And with every policy, 50% goes to support the National Road Safety Authority, helping to promote and improve safety on our roads. Visit ecoronation.com, select pay as you earn motor insurance, and fill out all required details. Pay with mobile money. Policy comes straight to your phone. Pay small, drive covered. Pay as you earn motor insurance, a flexible option from Coronation.
Pay small, drive covered.
Hey, Andrea, challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. Hey. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I dey your side, Fidelity.
They say the future is coming. We say we're shaping it. Join the continent's biggest fintech gathering at the 3i Africa Summit 2026 under the theme The Next Frontier, Shaping Africa's Integrated Fintech Future. From the 6th to the 8th of May, the Destiny Arena in Accra becomes the heart of Africa's integrated fintech future. Come connect with founders, meet the regulators, and close deals with global investors as we redefine how Africa transacts, invests, and grows. 3i Africa is proudly hosted by the Bank of Ghana with support from Gibbs and the Global Finance and Technology Network. Register now at 3iafrica.com and be part of the transformation.
Not just another bank.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's Friday!
Kabu kabu, I don't say what's now my man too. I know patu to Kwaku jakabu. What the kako? When it's time, just next year yachi. I can say I run the fine control. I quantity that so 2 years so. Open tamakodu. When he bet it, now that kwalebu. Wow, 50 years for the lancing. Super banks, no driving tax, no experience. Open chakonifa. A 2 names of a certificate. Can I unit in what the copy matter quitter? What does he back crossing? I find out what just elevator. Yeah, cocker. Now to win at a BDA. Nafu is the coffee, grass city driver, one fist a rapper,
want to what you go for.
You make it quick. Abucherie, Unindi. Drivers to Suko. You make it quick. Abucherie, Unindi.
Menye papa, we a passenger, and yama one of far. When we can't, and so thing job and cassa, Yana Cassa send a before. When you put a pen, a quarter to walk, or be the can and Yana Sachi. Where yeah, noon, Massa, so never cacao, Nakwane, the Quapa Pesako Kumas and I want me to off you. Yava, if I walk at the magic go slow, Ubetani, oh, ask number uncle, and sound won't throw, Mr. Contemporary, show away, yeah, with the kitty, I know, yeah.
It's
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I'm cool as ice. Hotter than chili spice. One got that chin and just still feel be sweet and nice. One got that chin and just so what and so dear. And now take my cold do the more tree. But a pass empty, Nagane, a yana said, yes, quadabi, body cake. Soon to be out of the bebo, not the numbness of a bunny dear wounded. Winning papa, winning body, bear no pinch, aqua danyame. A jumet to send young sample to a corner young corner brandy. Penny me dear man, Timante, a theatrasso, yes, I mean Timante. Who me dinner wraps of phone, Kahua, and said, dear, what's a couple man away. It really so near I didn't them. Bravo back, pet, could be a more fish, won't pick at the pet, and yeah, home put a me yet, dear me. Hey, Ube come, Ube through, Ube see, Ube yet, Ube pray, Ube king, a betty, Ube pray, Ube call, Ube him, Ube Sambre. Them appear him to a bontian, and yes, to try a young find it. A yacht dear, and Yakadia, raps of form, and who's so much idea. Word, minimum mamre, Miss Amamre, and I'm more angry, I'm in family.
Hey, you're bravo.
Yes, I'm not your Harry, or so for my Jama hate.
Bravo Ghana rap so for before that you heard Abraham Philip Kojo Kenya, aka Lord Kenya, aka Evangelist Lord Kenya, on the Super Morning Show, 19:07. As this a Bema Pie Behima Bontia, and yes, we try and Quinde. And Bravo Manumunsu, Eswe Gary. Hey, it's a Ghana tattoo, so my uncle Bravo Fee and for bucket in Cosina, Noni and so soon, and Yefin Gary. Kwano on Seb. Kwaku, we are still live. Super Morning Show.
Is that the name of Lord Kenya?
Yes.
Kojo.
No, Abraham. Kojo, yes, long name. Great guy. Two of the best we've had so far. And it's 19:07. You are still listening to the Super Morning Show on Joy. My name is Kojo, Akoto Boateng. I'm here with
Kwaku, Asante.
And we've been joined on the phone by Richmond Roxin, the head of communications for the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. Richmond, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Kojo. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm very well. Do you have lights?
Yes, please.
Have you had consistent lights? I don't want to say electricity. I'm saying lights because that's how we say it. Oh, lights. Has it been on consistently?
Because your power supply across the planetary has been largely stable.
Has the transformer in your neighborhood been upgraded?
Because your power supply has been largely stable. And for areas that have peculiar issues, we are working on it. On Monday, let me use this opportunity to say good morning before I proceed. On Monday, ECU moved to Ishinungwa, and so they published a timetable that's a schedule for the period because there will be some outages while they're doing the work. We'll start on 27th. We'll finish on 30th. And so I hope that you also use the opportunity to also help us by circulating that publication.
So you're going to Teshinungwa on Monday. So people around Teshinungwa should expect upgrades to their network and the brief inconvenience of a power outage.
That is so.
If you say Teshinungwa, which neighborhoods are you talking about?
The outages, and so we're looking at a maximum of 5 hours at a time. And so I'll share a couple of statements with you, and then
okay.
As I said, help us circulate.
Yesterday, I was alarmed when I saw the videos from the Gridco substation at Akosombo on fire. What really happened, and where are we now with that?
Yes, I can confirm to you that indeed there was a major incident yesterday around 2 in the afternoon. The ministry received reports that there had been a fire outage at the Akosombo substation. These are very complex machine systems, and whilst they are built on multiple safeguards, sometimes you develop faults. And so engineers moved in swiftly to assess the situation. The fire service also came in for help. As of yesterday evening around 8 p.m., they were still dealing with a part of the fire. But this morning I can confirm to you that we completely put out the fire. And so there's a technical assessment ongoing to ensure the full extent of damage. But as a precautionary measure and in line with strict protocols, all units have been shut down. And so last night, I'm sure that a number of areas were affected. Largely received complaints from the Kaswa areas, part of Dansoma, part of Tema, and all that. And this was necessary to protect both the integrity of the system and then also safeguard the personnel who were on ground. I understand that the situation is a concern to many. A lot of people have panicked. But let me emphasize that the situation is under control. As I mentioned, the technical team is currently on site. The Minister of Energy, Dr. John Chapo, is still there this morning, leaving any moment from now to get first-hand briefing of what the situation is. And I'm sure after that we'll provide detailed information to the people of Ghana.
So if I heard you right, the fire has resulted in the shutdown of the Gridco substation. And if I understand, this is the substation that takes high voltage electricity produced at the Akosombo Dam and distributes it to the National Interconnected Transmission System. So at the moment, you are not taking any electricity from Akosombo. Is that the case?
Yes, at the moment, we are not doing that. As a way of precaution, that's what we did to be able to shut it down. Because you are not careful, you end up damaging other systems. And so I'm sure that this morning, after the technical assessment by the engineers, they will advise on the way forward. And then we'll know the extent of damage and then what needs to be done. What I can assure you is that our engineers are very experienced. We are working assiduously to be able to resolve the issue as soon as possible. And so we are monitoring developments, as I mentioned yesterday. I mentioned today, the minister is going there any moment from now to assess the situation himself, and we'll take it from there.
Now, about a week or two ago, Ghana Gas also had a problem, and so we had to shut down Ghana Gas for maintenance, which meant that the thermal electricity side, which is about 70%, would struggle a little bit. Now, Akosombo, which, if my knowledge is right, is about the cheapest power generator, also has this challenge. How is this going to affect general national electricity generation? Demand is estimated around, say, 5,000 megawatts. With these two key things happening, how much are we producing now? What other alternatives do we have to make up for the shortfall as we evaluate the challenge at Akosombo and find a solution to it?
Let me clarify that Ghana Gas does not have any issue as we speak. Ghana Gas has been discharging gas to thermal plants as at my checks last night, because we received briefing morning, afternoon, evening, they were doing about 120 million standard cubic feet of gas. What happened at Ghana Gas was a slight technical issue. Immediately happened, they switched from automation to manual, and then they continue to operate. The system which had been corrupted or damaged has been replaced ever since, and they moved back to automation. And so there's absolutely no issue with gas supply from Atwabo. For the current issue, our peak demand as of now is about 4,400 megawatts. Akosombo gives us approximately 1,000 megawatts. And so as we speak, we've lost close to that. And unfortunately, we don't have the enough reserve margin. And this brings us back to years ago conversations where the previous administration kept insisting that there was excess capacity. In any power system, to be able to be very efficient, you could always have about 20% of your generation as reserve margin, so that in case of emergencies like this, you can fall on. Unfortunately, because of what happened in the last 8 years, and the fact that a lot of the plans that John Mahama one administration had were halted, we are on a very, very thin line when it comes to our generation capacity. And so that is how come yesterday, when Akosombo went off, a significant part of the country was affected. And so as a government, we are working diligently to ensure that we bring on board new power plants. You would recall that not too long ago, the government announced that we are working on 1,200 megawatts of power. Cabinet has also approved the injection of 200 megawatt solar backed battery. And then also we have VRA, and we're coming up with some new solar generation as well. And also we are working on about 400 megawatts to be able to ensure that at all times we have the reserve margin. So unfortunately, we've been hit, and once you have about 1,000 megawatts go off, definitely it will be a major target for us. But engineers are working diligently, and I'm sure that they'll be able to restore the normal situation.
This is good to know. Yesterday we had a conversation with GRA on Publican AI, and forgive me for getting here because you've just mentioned solar, and we had some of our listeners sending in messages that they know that there's a 0% import duty on solar and related stuff, but still other components when it comes to setting up solar has some form of duties, and a lot of people want to switch to solar and also tie into the grid. Where are we with the preparations to have meters that can help private individuals who have solar to sell back to the grid to help us also move to greener forms of energy?
Well, the Energy Commission has been engaging stakeholders on it. And so I am aware that Madam Majua Bonson, who is the Energy Commission Executive Secretary, has been engaging industries and governments as well to be able to roll out this policy. And so let's give the regulator some time. I'm sure that in the next few weeks they'll make some policy announcements on the way forward when it comes to this policy.
Richmond, you promised to come to the studio this week, so we discuss the ECG issues, but I know that this Akosombo would require your attention. So next week, let's have an update on this early next week on the Akosombo issues, and let's revisit the ECG issues and the concerns of other people. As I said earlier this week, I have seen that you are very proactive online. GH1, for example, posted on Facebook, "Do you have lights?" I realized that you had gone to share it and you were trying to respond to people's issues. We love that. But there are millions of people listening to the Super Morning Show whose concerns have not been addressed. So next week, go and deal with Akosombo. Next week, let's continue our conversation on the Yedume CCA conversations. Is that fair?
Kojo, as I promised, I'll be in studio.
Okay.
I'll be in studio to ensure that all concerns are addressed. And you notice, and I'm sure, just 2 days ago or yesterday, I monitored your phone segment where you asked customers to call. And people, largely you notice a lot of people, when you ask them whether they had light as they were speaking, they all confirmed that they had it. To tell you that we're making progress.
Did you hear the Amasaman People's Challenge? That for 8 years, almost every day, their power goes off. And one guy said he spends almost 300 cedis to buy diesel to run his generator.
For 8 years, we've been in government for just a year.
That, usually, unfortunately, we don't care whether you've been in government for just a year or not, because that's why you came to solve the problem. And some of these problems are not like planning to go to the moon. People don't have consistent quality electricity. It doesn't take long to fix that. So I personally won't take that. We've been in government for just a year and a half. I won't take that.
No, Kojo, because you said 8 years. If you've noticed, we've not been a ministry that rants or complains. What we do is that we fix the issues. And so we haven't come around to tell you that for 8 years or 5 years this happening. That no, we all know that these issues when it comes to outages couldn't have happened in 2 months or 3 months or 1 year. But we haven't come out to say that we are fixing the issues head on. We've taken the bold initiative to inject the necessary infrastructure, the necessary investments to ensure that the people of Ghana have consistent power supply at all times. Like I assure the people of Amasaman, whoever had that complaint, that as I do, I'll be in touch. We'll get the details, we'll move in there, and then we'll ensure that we solve the problem for the president.
Richmond Roxon, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We hope to catch up with you next week and get updates on all these issues. Richmond is the head of communications for the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. And so we know Akosombo, that gives us about 1,000 megawatts of electricity, is currently not serving any electricity. We are not picking power from Akosombo because of the fire that happened at the Gridco substation. However, Ghana Gas is actively producing gas. They are producing 120 million standard cubic feet of gas, which is feeding our thermal plants. So the fear that they had an issue and that would also result in a reduction in power generation should not exist in our minds and our hearts. Kwaku?
Yeah.
Akosombo. Akosombo Kania. Adiẹ saya ne agreg. Akosombo Kania. Eja to mama ye ni light. Akosombo Kania.
After all these years,
Akosombo
still remains.
Kania. Odo you are na mne be.
Hey, any no pay dey wo amachi dey da papa.
Anyway, let me give you some good news from Bank of Ghana. They have the 3i Africa Summit coming up. It's from the 6th to the 8th of May, Destiny Arena in Accra. If you want to register, go to 3iafrica.com and be part of the transformation. Tell me, what do you have?
Let me tell you about the Exilium new formula. Have you heard about the incredible benefits of this from Total Energies? Let me tell you more about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power. Total Energies introduces Exilium new formula, the additive enriched fuel, with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing carbon dioxide emissions. You will drive, sir. Experience the difference with Total Energies Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium, choose quality.
If you have a dormant account at the Bank of Africa, this is a great time to reactivate your dormant account and discover the refreshed range of products and services from Bank of Africa. They have the enhanced SME support facility. There's the convenience of USB debit and credit cards and so much more. Updating your account is easy. Simply visit Bank of Africa, any Bank of Africa branch with your Ghana card. And if you need assistance, you call 0302-429-333. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Moms do it all, and this Mother's Day, let's do it all for her. Oak Plaza Hotel Accra is setting the perfect ambience at their plush The Days Garden, hosting our mothers to a truly divine lunch experience featuring a special live performance by gospel sensation PSC Esther. Expect nothing short of excellence as Oak Plaza Hotel serves a feast fit for a queen with an exquisite selection of continental and local dishes, specially curated to delight every palate. And that's not all. There will be exciting, fun-filled activities, including giveaways, a lucky dip, and plenty memorable moments you simply don't want to miss. All this for a cool 600 cedis. Secure a seat of honor for your mom today. The Oak Plaza's Hotel Mother's Day celebration is proudly supported by Unilever, Joy FM, and Flora Tissues. For bookings and more information, please call 0302 210 630. That is 0302 210 630.
And with Millennium Insurance, you don't have to worry. Millennium Insurance has got your back. Whether it's motor, properties, marine, travel, they've got you covered. And they are fast, like lightning fast and reliable. When life throws surprises, Millennium, make sure you are ready. So call them 050-141-8228 and ensure the unexpected before the unexpected insures you. Millennium Insurance Company, your trustworthy partner.
Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits, lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, contact us on 0800 003 355 or visit www.fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with us on our social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
And look, the excitement is on, the kids are having fun, and the pressure, you know, that pressure that we put the kids through. It's getting tougher in Ghana's biggest grassroots sports championship, the Milo Champions League. Charlie, it makes me miss Kumasi High School.
Milo, those days.
Milo Valco.
Oh, Charlie.
You remember those?
I remember.
The Milo Champions League is back. And you should see the skills these young stars are showing on the pitch. It's next level football. And only one of the 16 schools competing will be crowned champions. There is one trophy, but every child will get to discover how the teamwork and perseverance sports teaches will help them win on and off the pitch. So make your way to Esipong Stadium at the Sekondi Takrade. Esipong Stadium, basically in Sekondi Takrade, for the legendary final, raising champions from Ghana to the world. Milo Active Go. Let's support these champions in the Milo Champions League.
Yeah, from Milo, let me tell you about water tanks. You know the secret to real water storage. It is Sintex tank. It's simple. If your tank does not have the tortoise on it, it is not the correct tank. That's right. The tortoise tank, Sintex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It is strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Sintex tank has your back. Just go outside now, check your tank, and if it doesn't have a tortoise on it, it is time to upgrade. Join the Sintex Tank family today and enjoy water storage that is tough like a tortoise. Please call 0244-335-168 to buy now or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Sintex Tank, a strong, a tough.
And you know, breakfast is always special. But with Nido, it just got even better. Now, the Nido 10+1 promo on their 14-gram and 23-gram packs, you have 10 plus 1 more reasons to enjoy breakfast. Buy one strip of their promo packs and get 11 sachets instead of the original 10. So it means that you are getting one extra free. That's more smiles at the table, more creamy goodness, fortified with iron, and more value for your money and your family. Because your breakfast deserves a little extra, Nido is making it special for you.
Let me tell you about China Europe International Business School, offering world-class executive education for ambitious leaders and entrepreneurs. It's global EMBA in Shanghai, taught across 12 countries with unmatched global exposure. Ranks number 2 globally by Financial Times and has remained in the top 2 for 8 consecutive years. The full-time MBA, also in Shanghai, shapes future-ready professionals and is ranked number 1 in Asia for 10 consecutive years and number 8 globally. In Ghana, the Advanced Management Program, AMP, equips senior executives with strategic leadership capabilities, while the Owner Directive Program empowers family business leaders as directors to scale sustainably. The Women Entrepreneurship Leadership for Africa program runs across Ghana and Nigeria and supports female leaders and aspiring entrepreneurs to build strong structures and systems for business growth and scale. Join CEIBS to gain global insight, practical skills, and a powerful alumni network to accelerate your impact. For registration and enquiries, contact 0544-315-238 or visit www.ceibs.edu /Africa.
And fly with Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro. Enjoy our special promo fares to Dubai and Guangzhou. Dubai fare starts from $600 and Guangzhou fare starts from $800. And these promo fares are for a limited time only. Don't miss out. They also offer affordable fares to other destinations. Comfort, reliability, and value all in one flight. Locate them at Kotoka.
Accra International Airport.
David, man can hear Accra. Locate Air Tanzania at the Accra International Airport, close to the airport post office. Call them on 0246 567 898 or 0542 815 087. Fly smart, fly affordable. Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro. Let me remind you that the Milo Championship Finals is coming up at the Esipon Stadium in Sekondi Takrade. Let's go and cheer on the kids, okay? 16 schools are competing, but only one school is taking the trophy home. Let's go and encourage the children to learn teamwork and perseverance on and off the pitch. We need to help them win on and off the pitch. Asabia Basso, your friend no cha-cha-cha. This is Achame. It's 7:42. We are still live on the Super Morning Show on Joy FM. We are going for a quick break. When we return, your birthday messages and sports coming up. Stay with us.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Mr. Insurance claim no.
It has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite wachi joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
No. We are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying reset to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Munsaka.
For 130 years, Standard Chartered has been there for Ghana and for you, supporting your financial aspirations and driving your business ambitions, opening doors to new possibilities, turning small dreams into big realities, and bringing banking to the palm of your hands. For 130 years, we have been there, empowering the next generation to soar higher. And as always, we believe we can achieve even more together. This year, as we celebrate 130 years of operations in Ghana, we look into the future with you because we are bringing 130 years of expertise to power your wealth and business ambitions, 130 years of heritage to power your aspirations. Let's partner for progress. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Looking for trusted property and land services in Tema? Choose TDC Ghana Limited, leaders in planned urban development for decades. At TDC, we provide secure, transparent, and professional services, including ownership transfers, land and property sale, lease processing, building permit, consultancy. Enjoy our premium and prestige options, fast-track processing, expert guidance, fewer delays, and exceptional care. Luxury 3-bedroom apartment, penthouses, 2-bedroom and 1-bedroom options all available. Visit our head office in Tema Community 1 or you may call via 053 101 9666 or 059 691 4432. Also, you may contact us via 0303 202 731. You may also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok on TDC Ghana Limited, building communities, securing future.
In
Introducing Yomi Pina Colada and Peach, our newest addition to the Yomi family. Life is full of choices, so here are more Yomi flavors to spoil you for choice. Go on, choose great taste, choose nourishment, choose the new Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. And always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Yomi, a nourishing choice. Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. More quality products from Amigo Ghana Limited. This advert is FDA approved.
And it's time for your birthday messages. Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show. Brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Bank of Africa, BOA Pay from Bank of Africa, offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call us or chat Fafa at boaghana.com for details. We can't bring your messages now. We'll bring them later on the show because it's time for Sports Center, which is brought to you by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go seamless today. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. Yomi Yogurt and nourishing choice and DSTV, your home of entertainment.
So, Kojo, imagine walking into a home where nobody ever pauses what they are doing online. The girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. The special playlist is rolling. Daddy is on his usual Teams video calls. Uploads are uploading. Downloads downloading. And not a single person says my data is finished. That is the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, endless everything for your home. Now you get to enjoy a special range of unlimited fiber internet packages. Whether you are a new or existing customer, just log on to the My MTN app now and tap broadband or dial star 5057 hash to get your preferred unlimited MTN fiber package. MTN, everywhere you go.
And for over 130 years, Standard Chartered has been more than a bank. They've been a partner in progress, from helping establish Ghana's financial system to building businesses and connecting them to the world, from helping generations grow and protect their wealth to powering innovation and helping communities thrive. Today, Standard Chartered stands on 130 years of heritage to power your ambitions and unlock opportunities. 130 years of expertise to drive cross-border connections that move businesses forward. Support your financial and wealth aspirations and also sustainably impact communities. As always, Standard Chartered believes that we can achieve more by partnering together. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Achu is here. Achu, good morning.
Good morning,
What
Kojo.
name have you guys given to the new Black Stars coach?
What's that?
You guys have given him a
No, it's the GFA that gave him that name. They said his name is Osaberima.
Osaberima.
Carlos Queiroz.
But what Osa has he fought already?
Oh, being an African boy, he's already Osaberima. You know, he grew up in Mozambique.
Yeah. Oh, it's your Osaberima.
Yes. Any African born guy who grew up. Good morning, everyone, and welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Victor Achutamakula. Yesterday, new Black Stars coach Carlos Queiroz was introduced to Ghanaians first by Sports and Recreation Minister Kofi Adams before he was unveiled to the press at the Alisa Hotel yesterday. Yes, the Sports Minister Kofi Adams speaking in glowing terms of Carlos Queiroz' CV, particularly the experience he brings to the job.
Many years of experience will now be put at the benefit of what? The great Black Star of Ghana. And so we are so lucky to have such an experienced coach, not just at the club level, but at the national level and at the World Cup stage. And so staff, senior and middle management level have the honor on behalf of all of us and the president of FA, who earlier introduced him to me, to present to you our new kid on the block.
For the benefit of those who have not seen the video, he said new kid on the block in quotation marks. He did that signal, so yeah. In order not to misconstrue his words. But here's the man himself, Carlos Queiroz, yesterday at the Alisa Hotel. Possibly the one of the most significant things he said was a response to the question about his style and this idea that he plays reductive defensive football. He says he's a coach who just wins football matches.
The language that I know for myself, and this is what I'm sure the Ghana national team expects from me, it is the winning language. I am a winning coach. I don't understand that thing of defend or attack. I know one thing, when we don't have the ball, we have to fight together. We have to sacrifice, we have to suffer on the pitch to recover the ball as much fast as possible.
Well, let's get some reactions to this, and regular panelists on our Joy Sports programs here is Sichupe Achum Philip.
Yeah, when you look at international football especially, ultimately what the fans want to see is results. The fans will only complain about style if it's not producing results. So I think all he was trying to say was that however his team is going to play, he wants his team to win. And once the team is winning, I think the fans will be comfortable with it. And like we've always said, he's a very, very flexible coach. He will pick a team and a style depending upon the opponent or the materials available to him.
Well, Carlos Queiroz also described this job as his most demanding. He used the word challenging in his 40-year career.
This is the biggest challenge of all my. I must say that after 8 national teams and a couple of important competitions, this is the biggest challenge of all my entire career. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. I can promise and guarantee to you that I will bring 40 years of my knowledge and experience to every single decision of Ghana.
Well, he was also asked about the issue of big personalities and egos in the Black Stars dressing room, to which he said he welcomed that and actually wanted the players to use their ego to benefit the team. Let's get more reactions on that, and yes, Isho's views on that.
Normally, when people say egos, they normally think of it in the negative sense, but there's a massive positive sense to it. You can have players who have got egos and so they are not doing as much, but you can have players who have got egos, so they are demanding of themselves and their teammates. So I think what he's also trying to communicate is he'll be happy to have players who have got the egos that can translate positively to other players around the team and the camp and then the entire national team of the Black Stars. So yeah, I think egos are important. They demand so much of themselves and they demand so much of their colleagues.
That was Sichupe Achum Philip with his views and reactions on Carlos Queiroz's press conference yesterday. He effectively has begun work as the new head coach, leading Ghana to the World Cup. Speaking of that tournament, we're all going with Litina Travels because for $3,990 US, Litina Travels is providing an all-inclusive package. What that means is that they are going to facilitate your Canadian and US visa for you, provide you with world-class accommodation when you get to the States, put you on a return charter flight, give you match tickets to watch the Black Stars of Ghana. Now, if you've got your visa already sorted, but still want to go with Litina's flight and her accommodation arrangement, you can simply call Litina Travels on 0244 260 789. 0244 260 789. If you want the return charter flight, match tickets, and then hotel accommodation and the travel insurance as well, a package could be curated for you. I'm not able to put a figure to it because what you want will determine how much it will cost. For example, if you want 6 VIP tickets, 2 general admission tickets, but 4 seats on the plane alone, it will not be the same as someone who's traveling with a family of 2, just themselves and their spouse, and they want 2 seats on the plane and then 2 rooms in Boston and Philadelphia. So you do keep that in mind. Again, the magic number is 0244 260 789. Call Litina Travels. Now, speaking of the World Cup, an envoy of the United States of America, his name is Paolo Zampoli. He's also an Italian. He is recommended to the United States President Donald Trump and FIFA President Gianni Infantino about potentially swapping Iran's spots at the Mundial and handed it over to Italy. His argument is simple, that Italy have got a legacy at the World Cup that should not be overlooked, and once them to replace Iran, who have already qualified for the tournament. Well, FIFA President Gianni Infantino, he responded to that query earlier this week at a seminar and says Iran will definitely be at the World Cup.
Hope that by then, of course, the situation will be... the Iranian team is coming for sure, yes. Yes.
No changes.
We hope that by then, of course, the situation will be a peaceful situation. As I said, that would definitely help. But Iran has to come. Of course, they represent their people. They have qualified. The players want to play. I went to see them 2 weeks ago. They were having a training camp in Antalya, and I went to see them. They are actually quite a good team as well, and they really want to play, and they should play. Sports should be outside of politics. Now, okay, we don't live on the moon. We live on planet Earth, but if there is, how should I say it? If there is nobody else that believes in building bridges and in keeping them, intact and together, well, we are doing that job.
Gianni Infantino is FIFA president. Well, yesterday you had the U.S. Secretary of State also saying that while they are open to the idea of Iran coming to the World Cup, they would not admit anyone with ties to the current Iranian regime. Let's move the conversation on, because Matthias Eboue was born in 2000. He's the son of former Arsenal defender Emmanuel Eboue, and he signed his first professional contract with Chelsea on February 4 this year at the age of 17. Now, news like this typically would excite the family, particularly the father. Well, not in the case of Emmanuel Eboue, because he is not in contact with the family. And in this interview, he opens up about the challenges of having to watch his son progress from afar.
First things, I feel very sad because when I signed for Chelsea, I wasn't there. So my mom didn't call me also, so I didn't even know, because before I was talking with him, before. But it was, but now for nearly 5 years, I didn't even have any contact with him, So these things, when I'm talking about that, it's paining me a lot, because he's my son. When I was with him, I teach him also how to play football. And then I have some video from him and me when you were playing, I didn't even think that he will be there. But now I'm very happy for him. But inside in my body, I'm crying because I want to be closer to my son, to help him.
Emmanuel Eboue, the former Ivorian international AFCON winner in 2015, speaking about that unfortunate, heartbreaking situation. Now, in the NBA, Jaden McDaniels led a spirited defensive efforts. Reserve Ayo Dosunmu also delivered a team-high 25 points, and the Minnesota Timberwolves held the Denver Nuggets to a season-low shooting percentage on their way to a 113-96 victory in Game 3 of their Western Conference first-round playoff series on Thursday in Minneapolis. Here's Ayo Dosunmu speaking after the match.
I sit back and I thank God for giving me this opportunity to be here, being on a winning team and a winning culture, and having an opportunity to play in the playoffs. That's something that each and every competitor, each and every kid dreams of. I was spoiled my rookie year. Made it to the playoffs, and I'm in my 5th year now, so I went, 4 seasons without being back in the playoffs. So this is something that I can't and I won't take for granted. So just having the opportunity to play in the playoffs, it just puts a sense of urgency on my back and a chip on my shoulder, knowing that you can't take this for granted. You never know when you will be back. So each and every game, each and every day, each and every scout, I'm giving them all.
Ayo Dosunmu plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. In other games, the Toronto Raptors also beat the Cavs 126-104. The Cavs lead 2-1. Yeah, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they lead 2-1. In other games as well, the 76ers beat the Boston Celtics. The face-off later today, I beg your pardon, and then you've got the Houston Rockets taking on the Los Angeles Lakers also coming up, and then at 2:30 a.m. today, the Portland Trail Blazers take on the San Antonio Spurs.
And that's all for sports.
Yes.
Actually, thank you. Greetings to
Osaberima, Carlos Queiroz.
If he goes to the SA and doesn't go and SA proper, and he goes to SA. Those who gave him that title, they'll see. Anyways, coming up to 8. Thank you, Achu, for bringing us the Joy Sports Center. At 8, we bring you the Business Minute. It is brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts. And if you're looking for generators to buy, talk to Anointed. They have ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. The sizes range from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at very competitive prices. And their services include, and not limited to, 24-hour emergency services, sale of spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, and sales of tower lights and rental. You can find their East Legon branch at 26 Boundary Road, Legon. And head office is at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic lights. And 21 branches nationwide. Call them on 024-348-0334, 0246-423-534. Anointed, the generator experts. Time for the Joy Business Minute.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Electricals, the generator expert. Ghana has reached a new trade agreement with the UK government to help traders export to UK market duty-free and quota-free. The move should go a long way to reduce some of the challenges that firms from Ghana face in accessing the UK market. A new report by the Ghana Statistical Service is warning that while most households in the country appear food secure, many are increasingly struggling behind the scenes to cope. Associate Professor of Finance at the University of Cape Coast Business School, Professor Sarah Mkawa, has expressed concerns over the decline in bank credit to the real sector, warning that limited private sector lending could slow Ghana's economic recovery. And that's all for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Electricals, the generator expert.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house,
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich, creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
There comes a time in every young guy's life when something changes. The girls in your class, they're not as loud as you thought, and not as annoying either. Wow, their voices sound different now, almost nice, and somehow you actually enjoy spending time with them. You don't know when it happened, you don't know how, but suddenly you're always looking for an excuse to spend time with them. Luckily, some things make it easier.
Kwaku, can I have some of your Munchie chocolate chips cookies? Hey, you!
Start the moments that matter with Munchie chocolate chip cookies and experience the unmistakable crunch of chocolatey joy.
Munchie! This advert is FDA approved.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
To all my independent women, shake some for me, shake some for me. Woo! Me, oh baby, my funny shit. Me, say me no baby. Me,
men no bakope. Nami who semi no. Makuma kodio binchai. Enti me who dear me. Seminko. Mint now. Miss me who dear me. Kwani, kwani. Kwani, me mami kono. Kwani, kwani. Yes, so no. Massa.
Me dear me pen, what to mommy, what your mommy, what your mommy, hold on me, and so man, come on, come on, come on, come on, the mama cadema kwame pesa what your mommy, ooh, release me, mommy call them home, please understand me, and as a man, me don't have, and I'm idiot, didn't I come and I want to make pesa me wood, say yeah or cry, and away, popcorn, I simply as a mess, so watch it, and I make come on, 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 I'm a name who's in Namaka soon, them, me was a mess, so my comedy, you'll be there. I like you, but I love somebody else. I like you, but I love somebody else, ladies. Samophilia, I like you, but I love somebody else. I like you, but I love somebody else. Kwani, 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 me mami kono. Kwani, kwani, yes, so no.
Music from TikTok. The title of this song is Kwani Kwani. He recently produced a remix. Was it with Kwame Eugene or Kwame Eugene, right? Nanakwe Kudia. TikTok the musician, TikTok the dancer, TikTok the pizza merchant. What happened to TikTok's pizza business? The pizza do. It's 8:06. You're live on the Super Morning Show on Joy. Let me say a happy birthday to Abina Dugan. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And also to Kofi Babone. You work in A+'s office. A+, what's his official name? Kwame. Charlie, A+ now, come here. So, Kofi, happy birthday to you. And Ado Dako Ganza, today is your birthday. And Yusuf Buddha, my friend from Nas Heights, you make paints locally. Today is your birthday as well. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday going out to Mavis Wallace of the ADP head office. You are such a kind and good person. God richly bless you on your birthday. And may he let his light shine upon you from your friends Samira and Nuna and all of us. So A+ is Kwame Asariobing, the Honorable MP for Gomwa. Yes, my brain is working now. Big stories on the Super Morning Show brought to you by Telecel, Connecting Energies, Republic Bank. We are the one for you. Join the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. And Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. Today, we are talking about Galamsey. We are bringing you all the angles. As TikTok said in Kwani Kwani, Simbia She Swache and Ebeka. We've been talking about Galamsey over the years. We are not seeing any improvements. The president has spoken about Galamsey. TUC has spoken about Galamsey. UTAG has spoken about Galamsey. Sam George. Almost everybody in this country have spoken about Galamsey. And for something that has been consistently been discussed, the trajectory that should be obvious will be growth, right? Growth in the response we see. Impactful responses. But we are not seeing that. So what's really happening? Yesterday, the Pediatric Society of Ghana released a statement. And their statement shows that there's a lot happening with Galamsey, which is affecting future generations. So where do we go from here? That's one of our big stories today on the Super Morning Show.
If this is not wickedness, then it is foolishness. It is one of the two. But we cannot continue like this. And we need to be able to call a spade a spade. And the president must act. And you see, Randy, what annoys me the most is those who say, let's come and sign a pact. A pact for what? Did we sign a pact for Doomsor? Did they ask us to bring collective action for Doomsor? Did you not tell us that President Mahama was president and he should fix Doomsor? Galamsey is a problem. There is a precedent. There is a government. Fix it. Now you are asking the opposition to come and fix it. That the opposition issue licenses. Does the opposition issue licenses that we should come and fix it? The people issuing licenses, are they not appointees of the president? Is it not the government issuing a license? Now you want to make it a collective problem? It is not a collective problem. It is your problem. You have created this mess. You have issued over 1,400 licenses in 7 years. You have made this an unconscionable situation for us.
So that was the Honorable Samjata George, Samonate George, MP for Ningo Pram Pram. He was in opposition then. He's now a cabinet minister. Minister for Communications and the rest. That was what he said. Let me just bring it back.
If this is not wickedness, then it is foolishness. It is one of the two. But we cannot continue like this. And we need to be able to call a spade a spade. And the president must act. And you see, Randy,
we need to be able to call a spade, and the president must act. What has the president been saying about Galamsey?
Indeed, if we were in some other jurisdiction, he would have resigned by now. By his word, he put his presidency on the line. Because now his own people have been found to be the ones engaged. All their party executives have, concessions and are doing illegal mining.
So that was the president when he was also in opposition. So point number one. Sam George, who is a very influential MP, now a minister, said that Galamsey, as we saw it then, was foolishness, and that the president must act, and that the government then calling it a collective problem wasn't a collective problem. They were the government, they had the authority, they had the power, they had the resources, and they should act. The president then, the current president, who was in opposition then, said this.
Indeed, if we were in some other jurisdiction, he would have resigned by now. By his word, he put his presidency on the line. Because now his own people have been found to be the ones engaged. All their party executives.
So the president in opposition actually said the then president, who is now an ex-president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, should have resigned, because we all remember what Nana Akufo-Addo said, that he was putting his presidency on the line. You remember, right? He was putting his presidency on the line. And then there was Galam stop Galamsey now, a lot of Galam agencies, money spent, but we didn't see progress. And the president then said that Nana Akufo-Addo should have resigned, right? And that we also knew the people. He knew his people, his executives, whatever, they were all involved. Fast forward. Mr. John Dramani Mahama then now becomes His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And he's been speaking about Galamsey.
Be given, there's no slap on the wrist. What's the least sentence? 15 years, 5 to 15. Yeah, so we'll catch these boys and we'll feed them for 5 years. Look after them for 5 years and discharge them. But like I'm saying, maybe we can look rather for the kingpins and deal with them in a major way, so that we are able to get something on this whole thing.
So this is the president. That Charlie, let's fight Galamsey. But the small boys, it's not necessary. When we catch them, we use the taxpayers' money to feed them. So let's find the kingpins, and the kingpins too. We know them, don't we?
Illegal mining has eaten into the fabric of our society, and I must say that it is not only a menace to our society, but it has involved the circle of traditional rulers, political party appointees and everything. And so even when one party changes, those who were running some operation, who were to one party, will go to the next party and say, oh, now that you have come and take over this operation and let's share, and we too will be getting small this is what we're doing. And so I don't kid myself that we don't have our own people involved. And the work of the NIMOS is not easy. They go to a community and the chiefs, the youth, and everybody come out and resist them. And so I didn't kid myself that we will be able to win that fight overnight. But we cannot relent. We must continue. And it doesn't help when we have crisis in the cocoa industry. The low price that was paid to cocoa farmers made some of them give up their farms for gold mining. And so we had hoped that with a stable cocoa price and farmers earning more, they'll find that keeping their cocoa farms is more important than selling it for gold mining.
Let's draw a Venn diagram. You remember course science, was it junior high school or senior high school? Let's draw a Venn diagram. NDC on the left, MPP on the right. The intersection, no. There are own people. At least the president in opposition said that Akufo-Addo's own people was doing it. Now he's in government. He says his own people are doing it. And we don't need to be catching the small boys. We should catch the kingpins. You know, when you are president, you are like a demigod. Because everybody reports to you, so information doesn't run away from you. Authority is in your pockets. Okay? If you say something must be done, something will be done. So in opposition, Mr. John Dramani Mahama said Akufo-Addo should resign for putting his presidency on the line. His own people were doing it, and they had failed. Sam George, who is one of his lieutenants, said this.
If this is not wickedness, then it is foolishness. It is one of the two. But we cannot continue like this. And we need to be able to call a spade a spade. And the president must act. And you see,
he said the president must act. Back then, he was in opposition. So there was very little we could do to Akufo-Addo to act than talk. Now he sits in cabinet with the president. And then when they go for cabinet meetings, some nice coffee, some nice tea with biscuits, and they'll be discussing Ghana and he'll be reporting, and the president must act. He has not acted. Or we are not seeing the results. Mr. President, you said your own people are involved. Look, if I had my own way, I would not call any expert this morning on Galamsey. You will actually walk or drive to Joy, and we will open our doors and you sit in the studio and tell us what you think. So please, just sit down and process all these things and the challenges we are having. This morning, I want to hear from you on the Super Morning Show. Your message is 055 1111997. 055 1111997. And my producer says that if you are driving around Kukumemre, you can pass through the studio. Galamsey, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, what are you doing to end Galamsey? We have fought at the UN for reparations and all those things. Pediatric Society of Ghana says that if you don't take care, our children in future will ask us for reparations when we are in our graves, because we have destroyed the future we have to bequeath to them. And your own friends died, your own people died in the course of duty to fight Galamsey. What are you doing about it? That's our big story for this morning on the Super Morning Show. Let me remind you that there are moments for us every day. Hard moments, soft moments, difficult moments. But when you need something that helps you show up and keep going, Cowbell Coffee shows up, and it stays with you every moment. So whether you are grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking up the next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste and rich coffee aroma to start your day right, and you can enjoy it anytime. Because success doesn't happen over time. It's the little moments, the early mornings, the late nights, and through it all, Cowbell Coffee day with you. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. Your money also deserves the safest home, and Telecel Cash is protecting you every step of the way. There are no risks, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transactions. Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Sende Keke. And what if your bank helped you big up? Welcome to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Bank mortgages. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions. Run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products. Build wealth with investments and trust management, and pay anywhere, anytime with Republic Visa credit or debit cards. Whether you're starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. So call toll-free 0800 414 414, 0800 414 414, or WhatsApp 0546 414 414 right now and step into the Republic Verse. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. And breakfast is already special, but with Nido, it's just got even better. Now with Nido 10 plus 1 promo, on their 14 gram and the 23 gram packs, you have 10 plus 1 more reasons to enjoy breakfast. Buy one strip of the promo pack and get 11 sachets instead. One extra free. That's more smiles at the table, more creamy goodness, fortified with iron and more value for your family. Because your breakfast deserves a little extra. And this promo runs while stock lasts. Do you remember Mr. Amakofi Boa, the Honorable Minister of Lands and Natural Resources in Parliament, when the Akufo-Addo went to Parliament? That thing he said, you remember the upper kick, the side kick, and the brutality. Now he's the Minister of the sector. And Galamsey is his fight. Honorable Amakofi Boa. What's up? All that coming up here on the Super Morning Show. But I'll go for a quick break. When I come back, when I return, I'll be talking to the Chief Operations Officer of Old Mutual, Albert Oko Dagadu, and the Chief Distribution Officer of Old Mutual, Emma Okansi. We are talking about legacy and why it matters. And then more on Galamsey on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Hello, my fellow Ghanaians. Presenting to you the authentic firefighter, Sun Cablo Cables. These days, we hear less of fire outbreaks because Sun Cablo Cables, they guard for every Ghanaian. From the building contractor to the electrical engineer, Sun Cablo electrical cables are their best choice. Proudly made in Ghana, Sun Cablo deals in electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switches of all kinds. With 99.99 pure copper. My fellow Ghanaians, if light won't travel, now Sun Cablo be the motto. Sun Cablo cables are carefully built in different shades of colors to suit the needs of Ghanaians and our weather condition. Always remember to use Sun Cablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your wiring. For bulk purchase of your PVC pipes, socket, switches, electrical cables, please contact 0530 774 774. Sun Cablo from Side Go House. Now we be the plug. Approved by the Ghana Standard Authorities.
Enjoy homemade taste of shito always with Didi Shito. Made with carefully selected ingredients, no preservatives, no colorants.
Preservative just helps us spice. That's how we taste. Spicy we eat.
Didi Shito, if you need. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, sir. Please check the round tickets you made me purchase for our Canadian partners arriving this weekend.
Something is eating me up though. I still don't know a decent welcoming place where we can host our guests.
This is no issue at all, sir. Let me introduce you to Ghana's best kept secret when it comes to a perfect accommodation, and that is Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment located at Bawe Zero.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment? Tell me more.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments is a destination that everyone instantly falls in love with the minute they enter. They have beautifully designed 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, fully equipped kitchens, ultra-modern stylish living area, high-speed Wi-Fi connectivity, and an elegant rooftop lounge. Anointed Airbnb has 24-hour professional security, reliable standby generator, and an exceptional customer service and more.
Wow! Please make reservations for our guests right now.
Absolutely. If you ever think of a destination for work retreats, vacations, family events, or weekend getaways, always choose Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment. Find them in Accra at Bawe Zero, Faith Montessori, or book ahead on 025-638-9193 or 025-649-2415. Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments. Class, luxury, and lifestyle redefined.
Did you know that Ghana's Children's Act, Section 91, clearly says,
no person shall engage a child in exploitative labor.
That means children must not be made to do work that deprives them of their education, health, or development.
Hazardous work?
That is not allowed. Working in stone quarries, carrying heavy loads as kayaye, hawking on busy streets in the scorching sun, being used as domestic servants in homes, or diving into dangerous waters to untangle nets, rowing canoes for hours under the hot sun, and working all day without food or rest.
Yet, too many of our children are trafficked from towns and villages across Ghana to the shores of the Volta Lake, trapped in fishing boats, robbed of their childhood, and exposed to danger every single day.
Human trafficking means the recruitment, transportation, harboring, or trading of persons within and across national borders for purposes of exploitative labor.
I want to go to school, but now I only work.
This is child trafficking.
It is a crime.
It is against the law, and it must stop now.
Parents, guardians, community leaders, protect our children.
Report suspicious movement of children and do not give your child away to strangers promising jobs.
Together, let's end child trafficking now.
This message is brought to you by the International Justice Mission with support from the National Commission for Civic Education.
This May, all eyes turn to Ghana's biggest music celebration, the 27th Telecel Ghana Music Awards. The biggest hits, the loudest cheers, the hottest fashion. Performing live, Wendy Shea, Black Sherif, R2Bs, Last Made, Kofi Kinata, Diana Hamilton, PSA Esther, Medical, Samini, Fido, and many more, all on one stage. Saturday, 9th May at the Palms Convention Center inside La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, 7 p.m. sharp. Limited tickets available for 700 Ghana cedis and 1,000 cedis at Charterhouse, or dial star 713 star 33 star 00 hash. For more information, call 0501 288520. The 27th Telecel Ghana Music Awards, produced by Charterhouse, refreshed by Guinness, with support from TV3, British Council, Close Up, KPMG, Joy FM, and proudly brought to you by Telecel.
Telecel, connecting energies.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Yes, indeed, this is the best breakfast show in town. My name is Kojo, Akoto Boateng, and I've been joined in the studio by Mr. Albert Oko Dagadu, Chief Operations Officer for Old Mutual, and Emma Okanse, Chief Distribution Officer for Old Mutual. Good morning, Emma. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well.
And I'm very well. I'm very well. It's Friday. I have 1 hour, 30 minutes more to enjoy what Friday is.
Can I tag along?
You close at 5.
Yeah.
I close at 10.
We'll close with you today.
Albert, good morning. How are you?
Morning, Kojo. I'm doing well, thank you.
Yes, and how is Old Mutual this morning?
We are doing well. We are doing well.
We are doing great things.
We are doing great things.
It's always good to see you, and I've been following Old Mutual and how you are helping people build their legacy, structure their finances, and structure their future. And I must say that congrats to you guys on all the good work you're doing in the space.
Thank you.
Now, you know, it's interesting. Yesterday, I was at an event and Uncle Ibo White spoke about leadership and legacy. Only to have you guys join us this morning to talk about legacy and why it matters. I got a lot from Uncle Ibo yesterday. And so, but it wasn't live on radio, so it's good to have you here to talk to me about legacy this morning. Now, when we talk about legacy, many people think it's something for the rich to do. So let's say Dangote, Ibrahim Mahama, they have money, so they have legacy projects, philanthropy, and all this. They are planning ahead for their families and generations and their businesses. We always just leave it to those people. But is that really the case? Is legacy only for the rich and wealthy?
No, Kojo, Charlie. I mean, we all have families. We all have people who love us. We all have people who we love. And we all have people we care for. So, I mean, similar to the people you have mentioned, we can't live in a society and think that, you know, for all these people who love us or we love, I mean, we are not doing anything for them. So it's important that we are not thinking about it as if it's just for the rich. In every circumstance, in every situation in which we are, we can make a plan so that our people, the people who love us, the people we care for, are not left vulnerable. At the core of it, I mean, for financial services providers like us, and partnering with people like yourselves and then, you know, media, I think it's important that we disabuse people's minds about legacy being just for the rich. That misconception has to end at some point. So that's why we want to do these things and let people know that legacy planning is not just reserved for the rich. It's for all of us. The onus is on us to be responsible for the people who love us, the people who care for us, the people we care for. That we leave them protected, we leave them supported in situations where we are no longer around. They shouldn't be vulnerable. You know, we have to plan towards it so that they have that protection that we were providing when we are around. They have that support. So really, it's not just for the rich. All of us have a part to play. We need to make sure that we are providing protection, we are providing support.
Is it also something only for the old, or everyone should start thinking about their legacy?
We have to start
from even senior high school, uni, right after school. You have to start thinking, or we should leave it to, you know, the 50s, 60s who will be phasing out very soon.
Not at all. You know, we have to start now.
Okay.
It's even important you start early, and then it cushions whatever the impact would be when you are old, right? Or when you have to eventually provide that means. The younger you start, the cheaper it is.
You've been talking about legacy. I've been seeing the brand push the legacy mindset in people's minds, and for the past few months I've been seeing it all over. Why now? Are you seeing something we've all not seen?
You know, society is evolving. More and more now we are doing researches there because of social media, because of access to intelligence tools and all of that. We are all becoming aware of the impact of, you know, events that we didn't plan for. We are responsible financial services providers. So we need to make sure that the society benefits from financial services. We shouldn't sit back, develop products and throw it at people. Provide education, let them understand why you want them to plan for it. And then they make their preparation towards it, and then everybody benefits at the end of the day.
You just mentioned events, and one of the events transitional events when it comes to the conversation about legacy is funerals, right? And I have organized about 3 funerals the past 5 years, so I know what it takes and the toll it takes on families and people. They are very expensive. So why do you think many people, we all know they're expensive, but many people are still not planning for funerals and these events? Emma, why do you think it's so?
Well, your ask reminds me of one of, is it Peter Tosh? Songs that says, in fact, I'm a reggae fan anyway. So it says, everybody wants to go to heaven, but none of us
Nobody
wants
to
die.
go now.
So it now boils down to discomfort. People don't want to have that conversation because we culturally, it's forbidden to start planning or start talking about death here and there. Again, we've done a lot of research, and we strongly believe that, like Albert did mention, things are evolving. So we need to start having that conversation now. You don't wait till it happens. That's when you now start struggling to put yourself together. And in that situation, what that means is you actually putting your loved ones into an uncomfortable situation where they're already under duress, they paid everything. Once you're able to put or have these conversations on time, it actually eases the pressure or the burden on them during those uncomfortable time of their life. So I think we need to start having that conversation now and not to postpone it. Other than that, for me, we'll start behaving like the ostrich, where we think our head is hidden somewhere. We don't know what is happening around us. However, reality will strike in, and very soon you realize that you've not done your family any good. Yeah.
So the same way when you are young, we plan our life. I want to go to school. I want to learn this trade. In 5 years, I want to be this. When I marry, I want to have 3 children. I want to build this. The way we comfortably plan those and discuss them, we need to have the same mindset about life beyond life.
Exactly. You're spot on. So you can also say you have a comprehensive budget or plan, financial plan, when you've not included anything around the legacy discussions that we are having at the moment. So legacy planning actually covers the funeral thing that we are talking about, planning to get married in the next 2 years or 3 years. Are you married? Well,
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So
with 10 boys.
So it goes beyond. So your need will be different, because
Yeah.
I strongly believe you've already had a plan and you are advancing towards it. But you need to include this funeral discussions where you have other people relying on you. So should something happen, definitely it would affect your finances. So you need to have a comprehensive plan that covers these events as well.
And those comprehensive plans are at Old Mutual. I'm talking to Albert Okodagadu, Chief Operations Officer of Old Mutual, and Emma Okanse, Chief Distribution Officer of Charlie. 2 chiefs this morning. Charlie, we are big. And we are talking about legacy this morning. Albert and Emma, any final words on legacy and what we should expect in the coming weeks?
In the coming weeks, I think we'll have a few more of these engagements. We'll tell you about what we have towards planning such events. I mean, we are in an ecosystem where it's not just us. There are other providers who also have solutions, but we'll put forward what we have, make sure that people are understanding it. Ultimately, we want people to get the financial literacy. That's what matters first. Once you are literate, you understand the impact of these events, you prepare towards it. But we've got good solutions that we'll share with the populace.
Emma, any final words?
Yes. So all we are trying to communicate across is people to start having conversation around legacy planning, and that would really put their loved ones in a more comfortable situation even in their absence. So we're also saying, if you want more information, you can also reach us on our social media platform, and then you can also reach us on our short code, which is star 387.
378.
Sorry, star 3877 #8. Yes, and then we have well-experienced financial advisors who would educate you or direct you on the kind of conversations to have. We have experts who would actually sit you down and advise you, counsel you. We are doing this for free, so we need everyone on board just so we can have this legacy planning together. Yeah.
Please repeat the short code again.
*378 *3#.
Okay. *378 *3#. Emma, thank you so much. The song you are referring to is Peter Tosh, Equal Rights.
Oh, yes.
And in the second or third verse, he says, everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Yeah. Everybody wants to go up to heaven, but none of them want to die.
Exactly.
We all want to have a legacy, leave something behind, but we are not discussing it.
Yeah.
And Old Mutual is leading that conversation on the Super Morning Show. Albert and Emma, thank you so much for joining me here on the show.
Thank you.
Next week, we will explore some of the structured and flexible solutions that can help individuals and families plan more effectively right here on the show. Obeti, take us away. We're going for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Super Morning Show.
I don't wanna stress. I want the soft life. I wanna have more time, make catch up life. I send money, I pay my bills, I buy airtime. Oh, I dig the soft life. Abracadabra seems like magic, API magic. I don't need to carry money on me with Fidelity cards. I just need to swipe. Oh, I dig the soft life. Oh, soft life. GHQR. I take my phone when I scan it. Payments complete. Fidelity app is so sleek. Oh, I dig the soft life. Say hello to Kuku at the chatbot. Yeah, she's gonna simplify your digital banking. Fidelity digital banking, the new dimension. Dig the soft life. Modege, Mr. Modege. Dig, 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 dig. Dig the soft life. Dig, 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 dig. Dig the soft life.
Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Want to change your TV or upgrade your sound system? How about getting an AC that sends mosquitoes away? LG Prime Week is here at Compu Ghana and it's bigger than ever. It's that time to shop for all your favorite LG products. From the breathtaking cinematic color of LG TVs to world-class home appliances, the best of LG products is finally within your reach for a fraction of the piece. But hurry, this is for 1 week only from April 20th to April 26th. Don't wait. Rush to any CompuGhana showroom today or shop online at www.compugana.com to shop for any of the LG products. For inquiries, call 0302-752020 or WhatsApp 0243-143-143. Own an LG product today. LG, life's good.
There comes a time in every young guy's life when something changes. The girls in your class, they're not as loud as you thought and not as annoying either. Wow, their voices sound different now, almost nice. And somehow you actually enjoy spending time with them. You don't know when it happened, you don't know how, but suddenly you're always looking for an excuse to spend time with them. Luckily, some things make it easier.
Kwaku, can I have some of your Munchie chocolate chips cookies?
Hey, you! Start the moments that matter with Munchie chocolate chip cookies and experience the unmistakable crunch of chocolatey joy.
This advert is FDA approved.
The first meeting of the Global Junior Model United Nations is now called to order.
We are not just here to discuss policies and agreements.
Hello parents, this is your moment. Secure your child spot now at the 5th Global Junior Model United Nations Conference, weekend of May 15th to 17th, 2026 at the University of Ghana, Legon. Students aged 9 to 18 will simulate the General Assembly of the United Nations, master teamwork, negotiation, public speaking, and leadership under the theme, the Ubuntu Agenda. They will graduate with a Young Diplomat Certificate. One all-inclusive fee of 1,800 Ghana cedis covers all conference activities, training, news, accommodation, transport, plus our MUN Day Out. Spaces are limited. Register today or call or WhatsApp us on 0543 062 139. Don't let your word miss out. It's worth it. Global Junior Model United Nations, building tomorrow's responsible leaders today.
I know I can. The journey to the World Cup 2026 has begun. Over 200 people have already secured their 2026 World Cup experience with Adansi Travels. Visa appointments are being secured. Match ticket processes are underway. The question is simple. Will you be watching from your living room or inside the stadium? From one match to 2 to 3 unforgettable moments. Here is your moment to be part of history. Because when the world gathers in USA and Canada, you don't want to say, I almost went. Call Adansi Travels now on 059 550 0817 or 053 100 8550. Joy is here. Choose yours now.
Want more of the world's best entertainment? Well, DSTV's got you. We got kicks, we got scores, we got action, we got roars, we got drama, we got fun, we got more for everyone.
We got you.
So come on, get connected. There's an upgrade on us just for you.
It's my specialty.
More channels, more shows, more joy for you and the fam every day. DSTV, we got you all the way.
Yaton kwanta, yapai, yaton kwanta, yapai, we know yaton kwanta, yapai, pai. Utro me let it did matem, eshimi, girl, oh, I have it, and you're polite, come right, say come reply, and yami kwana makope oba, wanchi, me see and yami kwana makope oba, wanchi, also a boy, me tia see a manchi, the full side, the piece I no go survive, come out your body, dump your body, you for sure your body, see me yo, me jammy and Britain, see me to brofu, they make an Latin. Yes, you boy do Lego, your friend Martis. How I do my bio, been a married flannel, watch it, Refi, 14th February, small girl, big girl, make up a city. Kamiko the holidays to New York City. So my guys have no blood time or Garden City, Felicity, Milan, no she chain electricity. Also, I know I should push her, what do one pasha, what happened, I feel so boy, Nicarusha. If we are sad, I feel the atman is so, a broken funny cool, no lie, yeah, what you need, no lie, no lie, no lie. Big time, high time, hardcore lady. Me talking is house on I just a pink lady. Me quanti quanti afedi so boy in KT. My two, my disco na two. I'm paid the atimeni so. Efe, oboku funny go. No lie. Efe, yeah, what you need? No lie. Efe, no lie. Efe, no lie. I'm paid the atimeni so. Efe, oboku funny go. No lie. Efe, yeah, what you need? No lie. Efe, no lie. Efe, no lie. Hello, excuse me, I'm sorry, baby, don't cry. Oh no, now for I know I feel so now this me. In fact, I did away and you're wrong. So no fork, no spoon. Still me is strong. If it say me show me error on Pabua, what will me cause I can't say my say. Me abua, what sham your fucking boy? Who shall I'm your fucking boy? Or iron boys, I sugar that the black catch us over show kawa or refi. And I knew some require hour. Meet me call on Casabe 1 hour. Meet me need me I put in my shower. But my constituency make me one power. And
This is Continue. Emmanuel Kojo Boateng with Efe. It's coming up to 9 a.m. this morning. And you're live on the Super Morning Show. And this morning, like I said, if you are anywhere close to Kokomlimle and you want to drive to the studios, just come and let's talk about Galamsey. But we'll be activating the phone lines for you to join. The show is yours. We are just reflecting on what has been said previously and what is being said and done now. We are in the a few moments later mode. and trying to wrap our heads around why Galamsey is still a problem. And when I was a young boy growing up in Kumasi, at about 8 or 9, there were people who left Eja, my neighborhood, to go to Obuasi to go and engage in Galamsey. We heard of stories of people who were trapped in mining pits, in all sorts of corners under the earth, and families who had to lose their loved ones to Galamsey. Back then, the environmental destruction was not as bad because a lot of these people were trying to steal from the underground pits of the mining companies. So they would go into some of the abandoned pits and some of the active pits to steal gold. Lots of lives were lost. Lots of lives were lost. And then gradually Galamsey became a thing. I remember when I went to Obuasi when Anglo Gold was undertaking their retrenchment exercise. We flew on an aircraft, an airline called Jian Air to Obuasi. And then when we were flying over Obuasi, I saw a lot of small pits and the Oda River being polluted and all those things. This is over 10 years ago. And when you're flying to Takoradi, for example, you see the impact of Galamsey on the Tano River. It comes all the way from the middle belt, all the way down, and empties in Takoradi, so the Ankobra River, Tano River, all those river bodies. And then when you're flying from Accra to Kumasi, if your eyesight is as good as mine, last week I was on a flight. It was a Passion Air flight, 6 a.m. flight from Accra to Kumasi. And when I sat at the window seat and I was looking down across the Etiwa range all the way into the Ashanti region parts of the gold belt, I saw the destruction. And this is me sitting in an aircraft, having a bird's eye view of the destruction. Rivers and streams which were brown. And then when you are driving even to Kumasi or to Cape Coast or to wherever, you get to the Osino area, the Eastern region areas, you use the Adesu Road to Konyako, you see that everything is brown. So are we saying that the problem has become so big that we cannot use leadership, the authority and the power of the states, technology, and the strength of our security agencies, as well as economic strategization to fix? Has it become so bad that we can't do anything about it? And what has changed since all these statements were said previously?
If this is not wickedness, then it is foolishness. It is one of the two. But we cannot continue like this. And we need to be able to call a spade a spade. And the president must act. And you see, Randy, what annoys me the most is those who say, let's come and sign a pact. A pact for what? Did we sign a pact for Doomsor? Did they ask us to bring collective action for Doomsor? Did you not tell us that President Mahama was president and he should fix Doomsor? Galamsey is a problem. There is a precedent. There is a government. Fix it. Now you're asking the opposition to come and fix it. Does the opposition issue licenses? Does the opposition issue licenses that we should come and fix it? The people issuing licenses, are they not appointees of the president? Is it not the...
Okay, so that was Samuel Jatta George in opposition. You know, UTAG has been speaking about Galamsey, and UTAG is the University Teachers Association of Ghana. These people are the people who have gone to school, mostly paid by our taxpayers' money or subsidized by our taxpayers' money. People we've employed to train the next generation of human resources. Aside that, these people are also researchers. So they do a lot of thinking, reflection, and research. And they are also worried about Galamsey. So I see UTAG and the professional associations largely as a key part of the conscience of nation building. And this is what a part of the conscience of nation building is saying about Galamsey.
We have to be bold. Now, if you want to look at it critically, water is the heart of everything. Water is the factory. That's what we drink. Now, whilst it may look like it's so far away from us, in a few years, we are likely to be battling more diseases than we. And already as a nation, we are financially challenged. Now, whilst on the surface, it looks like it creates employment, and so you have people revolting when we make a move. When you juxtapose the cost implications of trying to restore degraded land, etc., together, then you realize that the NPV, or what we like to call the net present value, is negative in the long run. And
so that was UTAC speaking about Galamsey. Your message is brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief, Provident Insurance. With Provident Man, you are covered. Get the EcoBank mobile app and be a money controller. You can command your money to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. Command your money to make water, electricity, and school fees payments, bank and mobile money transfers. Creates virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. And command also means also paying attention to details. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. When in doubt, call the EcoBank call center on 0800 003 225. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. And the flexible Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan is here. It helps you to build a legacy that offers you a cover of up to 300,000 Ghana cedis with no underwriting. Greater flexibility, no limits to the lives you can cover up to age 80. So dial *378*3# to request a call from the Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan today, and let's get you a plan that works for you and your family. Old Mutual do great things. I have Engineer Ken Ashigbe on the line. Engineer, good morning. How are you?
I am good. Good morning to
me. I am not good because
Yes.
I've been listening to things that have been said before, things that are being said now. When I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning, the first platform I opened was Google Earth because I had remembered my trip to Kumasi last week and the areas I saw around the eastern region where Galamsey was ongoing. So I wanted to just really see and measure those areas. There were certain areas that 3 years ago, the area being mined was just about maybe 2, 3, 4 acres. Then 2 years ago, it increases to about 100 acres. And now, all those areas, you're looking at almost 500 acres, 1,000 acres, large tracts of land being mined. And for the benefit of listeners, the whole University of Ghana, Legon, covers like 2,500 acres. From 37 to Bema Camp to Labone Junction to Sankara to 37 is about 1,000 acres. So when I say 1,000 acres, that's about the land I'm measuring, the land that is being destroyed, the additional land that is being. So, engineer, I'm not happy. And at this particular point, I don't know what question to ask you, what to say. Where do we go from here?
Well, Kojo, I completely agree with you. Sometimes I feel as if we're drowning. And because we're drowning, we still have to fight. Because you see, what is going on now is our Nagasaki and Hiroshima. That's what we are creating. And I was hearing the UTAC president, who's also a member of the coalition, talk about, the net present value. Because, again, the net present value is so negative. Because the cost of on our personal lives, our national security. And so we are really not moving forward. There's a reason why the coalition, for example, thought that, another new thing that we need to do then is to approach it from the supply of, the fuel that they need. If we're able to cut that to them. But the challenge with that is that are we going to get the political will to actually take that decision? So Eduji, I've sent this to him. I am waiting for him.
He's not responded
because
to you?
Public utterances.
Has he not responded to you yet?
He has not formally responded. He had told me that I think there was an engagement that they were having with the MPs when as well. So he was going to look at it, and I'm hoping that today we would get some response, because apart from sending it officially to him, I have personally also sent it to him, directly, and asked him to look at it. So and then he's also complaining about the impact of, Galamsey on, the work that they do. And we also have seen in the past that MPA is able to track, and help deal with the issues of smuggling, and are able to revoke licenses. They are able to, the issues of adulteration of fuel, where they started dyeing the fuel to be able to prevent that, the way they are able to track fuel from when it is picked from the depots to delivery. But, Kojo, have you asked yourself, when the bust was done at Abriwa Ninkrai, you remember that we were told that there was a fuel service station there. So MPA who tracks these trucks, how is it that they did not see? Let's assume that particular station was illegal and the MPA did not know about it. How is it that the MPA, their tracking devices did not tell them that this particular truck, when it moves consignment, it takes it to somewhere in the forest where there is no fuel station, and it spends a long number of time and then returns back. All of these. So it's the reason why we're hoping that MPA will do a data audit, because you go into some of these communities, the amount of vehicular traffic that are in those communities, the amount of institutions that are there that would need fuel, so small. But the volumes of diesel, especially diesel that these OMCs are selling, there are situations where some of these Galamseyers themselves own, some kind of depots. So the trucks will come and they go into these houses, which have 4 walls. They close the gate, and then it is discharged into these small gallons. Then you see the smaller trucks then move into the bush with them. How is the MPA tracking all of this? And the OMCs as well. We would need them to come and show that they are also patriotic. That, profit, it is not only profit that they are looking at, but they also are the things that, this thing that we are being told, that our children will dig us up from the grave and start beating us up. This thing that we are being told that is not even affecting how, baptism, how we get people, the impact of it is so dire. And so we plead with His Excellency the President, because we copied the petition to the President, we copied it to the Minister for Energy and Green Transitions, we copied it to the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. The police people, they all need to help us. So these people who are buying fuel in big, tanks, containers, and passing our barriers, the police would also have to come to the table.
And so far, since you suggested this fuel tracking idea, you've not officially received word from any state agency
unfortunately,
that
no.
they want
and
to
so
prioritize and look at this.
My brother Abijita Maklo, he needs to come quickly on this, because I think it's been a while since, a couple of days that I spoke to him about it when I sent it to him, and at least he needs to just tell us that they're looking at it, because when you are in a crisis, when you have a country that is being eaten from within, when you have a war, that's happening, that is being dealt with you from the middle, the sense of urgency that you would need to deal with it. It is the reason why for example, I was disappointed about His Excellency's position about, these MCs that go to the theater of crime to go and collect money in the name that they are collecting permits. I don't think the answer, the way they are dealing with it is. I think that we should have gone back to, from the MPP time, all DCEs and their coordinating directors who have been collecting that money. They might have been collecting it for government. But if you look at the law, Act 995, what they are doing is facilitating, illegal mining. Because when you go to a place that ordinarily, if NIMOS went there, he will go and arrest people and go and collect money. What is it that you're doing? So we need to be treating, and Kojo, I heard you talk about, when we had the martyrdom happen and the response that all of us were expecting. You remember Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa came to tell us what we should be expecting, and it's true. For me, I thought that at that point, that was a watershed that was going to elicit the response that we want. So I believe the time has come again for all of us to rise up. We are beginning to see it, but the church needs to rise up. This time, it shouldn't be the Catholic Church in Accra alone. We should see the Catholic Church all in Ghana. We should also see all the other churches, the traditional leaders, those who are not supporting this. Because a lot of the crime is being committed by traditional leaders as well as His Excellency said. We all need to rise up in prayer and in protest to support the president. because again, the president has invited civil society to treat, to come and support the fight. And we need to show that by pouring on the streets of Ghana, the millions that says that this thing that is happening, it is coming as eating at our very existence as a people. I tell people that there's been a Ghana before. This Ghana we have is not the first Ghana. That first Ghana went into extinction. They did not do half of the things they did, but they went into extinction. The way we are going, that is what is going to happen. Look at it. Now the problem has spread to the north. The Black Volta is under threat. The Bui River is under threat. So something different has to happen. And I think apart from this petition that we have taken, and we've shown all the laws that are being breached, the time has come for also some lawyers who are at heart, to also come in and support us, take some legal action.
Now, Ken, I want to understand the sense of urgency this government is really giving or attaching to the fight against Galamsey. I remember the NPA angle. You mentioned it about 3 weeks ago. We're talking on this show, and then you mentioned it. Post that conversation, I've lost Ken Ashigbe. Ken, are you there? I've lost Ken, but I also have Awula Sewa on the line. Awula, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning, I can hear you.
How are you, Awula?
By God's grace, I'm well, and you?
I'm very well, and not happy. And I have followed Galamsey, reported on it, moderated events on it, done virtual tours, physical tours, and now I just don't know what to ask again or what to do again. It's Ayabasa. Awula, where do we go from here?
Well, all I would say is that, first of all, thank you very much, for all that you're doing. Thanks to all the journalists, everybody who's actually doing something to stop this canker. Because as my formidable brother Ken Ashigbe said, we face an existential threat, and if we continue, we'll all become extinct. So thank you to the media that has been putting this high on the agenda. But the truth of the matter is that, if you recall, when the NDC were in opposition, they said that if the political will was there, the president, as commander-in-chief of the army, could stop this canker. I think some George 1 minute would say four months, sometimes 4 weeks. But the essence is that it could be done in a short time. What is lacking is the political will. That is what is lacking. Because believe me, if the political will is there and all hands are on deck, the political authority, the chiefs, civil society, communities, how can we not beat this canker? Let me give you an example. Look at Jema, the Iowin district. Thanks to their visionary chief and Father JB, there's no illegal mining in Jema. They sign their bylaws, they have patrols. From time to time, they arrest illegal miners. I think they've received threats. But the fact of the matter is that they've been able to protect their rainforest. There's no illegal mining there. Why can't what is happening in Jema be replicated? When we look at Atronsu, where again we have activists who are trying to protect the landscape and the Atronsu stream, the only source of drinking water in the area. And guess what is happening? The activists are being prosecuted. The activists are being prosecuted for allegedly destroying two excavators which were destroying the landscape, charges they deny. And those who are polluting the stream are walking free. We have petitioned the Attorney General and the police to investigate how the police came to arrest the activists. And we are still waiting for the charges to be dropped. I'm giving this as a background to show that if we are really committed, we can end illegal mining. But if we choose to rather prosecute the activists and allow the environmental terrorists to walk free, then we have a problem. Recently, Joy had an expose on DCEs who were actually supervising the collection of tax from Chanfan owners. Chanfans have been banned.
Why do you collect taxes from something that has been banned?
And by taking money from persons operating Chanfans, we are being complicit. Joy and others asked for the DCE to be removed. And when we had the dialogue with the president, the reply was that the investigation showed that this has been going on in different districts, not only the one that was reported, and that they are educating the DCE. I'm a little perplexed. Even my 5-year-old niece knows that if something is illegal, you are complicit if you are giving oxygen to it, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So for us to say that they need to be educated, then what kind of NCEs or DCEs are we putting there? Is it just affiliation to the party, or is it an understanding of the job at hand? And if understanding is required, how can he be still at post? It becomes untenable. Then we are told that it started happening a long time ago. That may well be the case. But if you came to do a research and something is wrong, it's wrong. Stealing began before I was born. Does it mean because it began before I was born, you can't do anything about it? Of course not. A crime is a crime, regardless of when it began. So I've gone on, but the point I'm making is that we lack the political will. That is all. We said we have the Forestry Commission. Today, they are front-line persons who have to face the environmental terrorists, don't have bulletproof vests. I believe that the Forestry Commission has asked for bulletproof vests. They haven't yet been supplied. 2 forestry resource officers have been shot. One is dead. The other one is in hospital. Maybe he's been discharged by now. I don't know. So how can you be asking persons to put their lives on the line to deal with the environmental terrorists, and you cannot even provide them with bulletproof vests? You look at NAMOS. NAMOS is supposed to be dealing with illegal mining. They are doing a good job, but only so far as the resources they have permit them to do so. They need to be better resourced. At the dialogue with the President, His Excellency the President said the Ministry of Finance is going to release some funds. How many years into, a year plus into the administration, we knew illegal mining was a canker destroying Ghana. Why is it taking so long for money to be to be released so that they can do a good job?
You know, on this resource thing, forgive me, but I had a friend who was involved in the Galamsey fight in the armed forces. And one day he sent me videos from the various Galamsey areas. And he said, look, we have the videos. We know the people are working, but even fuel for our vehicles to move, we don't have. That was in the previous government. Then President Mahama, as candidate Mahama, campaigned and said all sorts of things and gave us hope that when he becomes president, he will work. The same problems the people fighting Galamsey had then still exist. They don't have resources to work. Why?
Because the political will is not there. I mean, let's be very clear. Before the administration came to power, they were going to abolish the e-levy, which they did, betting tax, which they did, gold board, which they've done. You see, illegal mining has been going on for a very long time. It started with hand tools, which did not cost the country. If I don't even like using the word Galamsey, I prefer irresponsible illegal mining. Because when proper Galamsey was going on, come and gather, whatever you want to call it, they were using hand tools and could not cause the kind of devastation that the excavators and the champans are causing. Now, all we need is the political will. If we have the political will, trust me, we will end this cancer. We will end it. How can you set up NAMO and they are not properly resolved?
Yeah.
And tomorrow we turn around and say NAMO failed. It didn't fail. It did its best with the resources it had. They are doing a good job, but they need to be properly resolved. The same with the Forestry Commission. They need to be properly resolved. The chief who are supervising illegal mining should be held accountable. There should be key performance indicators for the police and the political authorities in illegal mining areas. If they are there and supervising it or being complicit, they should be removed. There are so many different tools we have to fight this canker, if we really want to do so.
Eula, if you get a minute with the president one-on-one, what will you tell him about the Galamsey fight and what he must do?
I had some time with the president during the dialogue on, I believe it was 30th March. It was full of so many things that there wasn't sufficient time. But I asked 5 questions. The first I asked was when Achimota Forest, the EI 144, which declassifies Achimota Forest, will be revoked. That's an executive instrument. The president can do so today if he chooses to do so. The rate at which our forests are being decimated, we cannot afford to be declassifying Achimota Forest. The last remaining forest reserve in Accra, the lands of Accra. The president said he hadn't heard of EI 144, but he believed in protecting Achimota Forest. I don't know what steps are being taken to revoke EI 144. I also asked about the joy expose, why the DCE was still at post. I didn't think it was acceptable that you are talking about education. Then we ask for the water, our water, the data on our water. It should be analyzed. We should know what we are drinking. So it's not just the turbidity levels, but the toxins, the heavy metals in our water. We ask that it should be published. The president said that was a good idea, but I don't know what steps have been done. The order could have been given the following day because they do analyze the water.
Yeah.
They test the water. But we want it to be made public. So Ghanaians begin to be angry enough because you see, Ghanaians don't understand what is going on. We think when the water is clear, then it's safe. The water may be clear. Doesn't mean it doesn't have arsenic. It doesn't mean it doesn't have what is called mercury arsenic because they are colorless. So I asked for this. I also asked for the charges against the Action Soup activists to be dropped because you cannot be fighting illegal mining without the community helping you. So if the community is helping you and then you are rather prosecuting them while the illegal miners are walking through, what message are you sending? You are telling communities that allow the illegal miners to do what they like or we shall deal with you. He said he hadn't heard about the Action Soup case and the Attorney General, but there wasn't enough time for the Attorney General who was in the room to answer. So these are the things that we want the president to take action on. If there are KPI on the political authority and the police, they'll be forced to do their work. And if they can't do it, tell us why they're not being able to speak. As we are having this conversation, I've received a message from Action Soup that the illegal miners want to come back. Nemos was able to remove them after they are caused some devastation. But apparently they are planning to come back, and they have the goal to have apparently a pickup. He has a picture of the president and the MP to give the impression that what they are doing is sanctioned by the president.
Aula, thank you. We'll follow up on that Tronsu issues. We'll get the news team to follow up on that and bring more updates to our listeners in the course of the day. Thank you so much, Aula Sewa, for all your activism. Aula Sewa is the coordinator of Eco-Conscious Citizens. You also heard engineer Edem Ashigbe here on the show as well.
Rebel liberation. Tell me where you gonna run go. Yeah. I beat some air. Some blame. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Tell me where we gonna run go. After making our motherland a better place to live. Tell me where we gonna run go. When them say we have to pay for the oxygen we breathe. Answer me now, Mr. Big Man. You know to say everybody want to go and go off for it. A simple life. It's all we want to live.
Simple life is all we want to live. And we don't want to go anywhere. We want to stay in Ghana. We want to enjoy the things that we used to enjoy when we were younger. I want to enjoy that. I want to jump into the Tano River and not think about any effect on my skin like I used to do when I was a boy. I want to be able to fetch water from any of the tributaries of the Pra and just drink straight away and not worry. The Densu that Osibisa sang about, the brim that the Achim people are so proud of. I want the legacy of the Densu and Brim to be restored. And that is why we changed the NPP and brought in the NDC and the John Mahama-led administration. That is why after Emmanuel Amakufibua summed up Nana Akufo-Addo's tenure in his own words in Parliament, a lot of people were happy because they thought that, well, NDC was going to come after that analysis of the failure of the Akufo-Addo government to do better, and in doing better across board, including Galamsey.
But let me also be quick to assure the good people of Ghana that hope is on its way. In President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Mr. Emmanuel Amakufibua, hope is on its way. Hope has come. On the 7th of January 2025, hope was given the ultimate authority and the check, blank check, to use all the resources at our disposal to, number one, reset Ghana. In fact, restore hope, reset Ghana, stabilize the system, and take us on a path to prosperity, a path to success a path from the distraction to construction to beauty and a paradise. So where's the hope? Mr. Makofi, where's the hope? You are the minister. Blue water guards, all those things. There were forestry reserves that were taken over, that you took over, which was good. But still, the illegal mining is happening. And it's not like your government, you don't have money. There is money. And the evidence that there is money is that when the government decided to prioritize the big push, they found money. And now we are told that not a single peso is owed to a contractor. So if we can channel money into priority things, and Galamsey is a priority activity, let's see money put in Galamsey. Let's put our boots on the ground. Let's do what we can do. Technology, everything to fix Galamsey. So, Mr. Ama Kofi Boah, where is the hope? Or is this just hope that you brought without a sustainable plan? Where is the sustainable plan as well, Honorable Minister? We want to know. And those of you who are looking for a place to run to, you can run to the United States of America only for the World Cup and you come back. And if you want to go for the World Cup, there is a big deal for you from Rana Motors. If you buy a Kia Sportage, the bold, unstoppable Kia Sportage, it takes you further all the way to the World Cup. Until May 20, every Sportage you purchase gives you the chance to win a full trip to see the Black Stars compete live in the USA or Canada. And you can take advantage of this opportunity. Visit the showrooms of Rana Motors at Accra, Spintex, Tema, Kumasi and Takoradi, or Kia Ghana's website, and you could be on your way to the biggest football fiesta in the world. The trip includes flights, visa fee, accommodation, and match tickets. Terms and conditions apply. Kia is movement that inspires, and this promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. And the excitement is still on. The Milo Champions League is happening. Ghana's biggest grassroots sports championship. You should see the skills these youngsters are showing on the pitch. It is next level football. As a PlayStation football, no? Including Malam goals. And only one of the 16 schools competing will be crowned champions. The final is happening at the Isipon Stadium in Second D Takrady. And we are raising champions from Ghana to the world with the Milo Champions League. You know, no matter how nice your landlord is, nothing beats owning your own home. And you could have a great relationship with your landlord, and one day you will prepare ampesi and not give your landlord, and he'll get angry and he'll increase your rent and sack you. So please, get your own house. And ABSA knows this, which is why this 2026, they are helping you say yes to making it happen. With an ABSA mortgage, you can finance your dream home with flexible tailored solutions. Get up to 5 million Ghana cedis. I mean, 5 million, not one, not two, not three, not four. 5 million Ghana cedis with 5 to 15 years to pay back on a fixed interest rate. This 2026, say yes to your home sweet home. Visit an ABSA Bank branch today to apply for an ABSA mortgage today. Your story, it matters with ABSA. And the NPA is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from over 10 fuel tankers at accident scenes. Again, do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to take videos and pictures. Call trained professionals such as the Ghana National Fire Service or the Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach the National Petroleum Authority's contact center on 0302 550380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. And this Save a Life campaign is from the National Petroleum Authority. And if you are going for the World Cup, how are you sorting out your VIP stadium seating? How are you getting access to exclusive lounges? If you want to enjoy some gourmet dining and priority access, how are you sorting out your accommodation and movement and everything? Look, all you need to think about is to be in the stadium to sing, oh, 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 oh. No stress, no hassle. Just enjoy the football luxury and have match XP sort your other problems out for you, okay? Match Experience Hospitality, they know how to turn a match into a lifetime memory. So give them a call today. So they sort out every other thing so you can have the presence of mind and the freedom to enjoy the games. Upgrade your World Cup experience today. Call them on 055 155 1119 055 155 1119 or visit matchexphospitality.com. Match MATCH EXP Hospitality.com. You can also walk into any Absa Bank branch. Absa is the official banking partner. For more information and payment. And this World Cup experience is brought to you by Match Experience Hospitality with Absa Bank as official banking partner and Glyco as official travel insurance partner. This is the Super Morning Show.
And the people you are talking to are aware. It's not that they are not aware. They are aware that you are some of you are participating in it. So please, first desist from doing it yourself. Don't go to them for the money for your campaigns. Don't go to solicit their votes. Let them see you work. Truly, it's a disgrace that we've gone to this far. Look at the water. Horrible.
The World Cup is coming. And this time, you're not just watching it, you're living it. Match Experience Hospitality is giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. Think VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority access. No stress, no hassle, just pure football luxury. This isn't just a ticket. This is the World Cup experience. With over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Match Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn a match into a lifetime memory. So upgrade your World Cup. Call 055-155-1119. Visit matchexphospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner today. Match Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Match Experience Hospitality is doing this with Absa Bank as its official banking partner and Glyco as your official travel insurance partner.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Queiroz charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Queiroz charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Queiroz charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Queiroz charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Queiroz charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Queiroz charcoal toothpaste. Queiroz charcoal toothpaste. Sankofa Yenchi.
Queiroz, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Achedie kese o. Electroland Ghana Limited dear. Ye mamo. Achedie kese for our loyal customers o. Because your loyalty deserves more. Ye mamo achedie kese pa. Big rewards for you and me from Accra to Tamale, all over Ghana. Electroland dear #1. Just buy your favorite Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics from any Electroland showroom or authorized reseller store nationwide. Dial *928*8888# or go to register.electrolandraffles.com and enter our weekly and monthly draws and stand a chance to win big. From TVs, ACs, fridges, gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, mobile phones, and more rewards just for you. Approved by NLA Caritas Platform. Electroland Ghana Limited. Rewarding your loyalty the big way. Terms and conditions apply.
For over a decade, a platform has quietly shaped conversations, celebrated excellence, and honored the women building Ghana's future. The Ghana Female CEOs Summit and the Ghana Women of the Year Honors have stood as symbols of impact, leadership, and legacy. This year, we raised the bar. For the first time ever, two powerful platforms come together for a two-day experience designed to inform, inspire, and celebrate. Day 1, the Ghana Female CEOs Summit, a gathering of bold thinkers and industry leaders driving real conversations through keynotes, panels, curated masterclasses, and shared insight. Day 2, the Ghana Women of the Year Honors, a prestigious night dedicated to recognizing women making exceptional impact across industries. Taking place on the 7th and 8th of May 2026 at the iconic Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra. For registration and more information, visit glitzafrica.com.
sister they run away. Oh, come on, tonton preko. Saso, ni se come tonton preko. Oh, come on, tonton preko. Saso, come tonton preko. Na ni sham ne die e demo stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Morning show.
What is going on is not the normal Galamsey phenomenon we've known all these years. Galamsey has been with us for decades, but it's been at a very small scale level where you have a few individuals engaging in that. This time around, you have duty bearers, government officials, those with the money to buy many excavators and all that, themselves doing the illegal mining. And that is why the problem cannot be solved so long as Bawumia, Akufo-Addo, and the NPP continue to stay in office. The only way we can deal with this problem is for the people of this country to vote for change, to boot them out, because they have proven that they can't fight illegal mining. They came to enrich themselves.
But let me also be quick to assure the good people of Ghana that hope is on its way. And President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, we can once again gain a brighter future from the throes of
Several Galamsey fights, we are messing up. It's a medium fee. Or see, the problem is that the Galamsey we are seeing is not like the Galamsey that was there. With a small scale Galamsey, yes, now it is big, and we know the people involved. That is why we have to vote out Bawumia and Akufo-Addo for President John Mahama to come. And when he comes, he will fix Galamsey. And Emmanuel Amakofiboa said that there is no hope, but with Mahama in, hope has been restored. Where is the complete restoration of our landscapes and our environment and our river bodies? Today, can Ghana Water Service come and tell us that the river bodies they had challenges with, their improvements? Where is the data on how much land had been destroyed then, how much we've been able to salvage, how much more land we've prevented Galamseyers from destroying or whatever? Where is that? Where is that? Give us a call. 0302 216 541 0302 216 541 0302 216 541 055 11 11 997. This conversation is about the future of the Republic. It's about the future of the assets God gave us and the assets we will bequeath to future generations. And we need to have this conversation. Good morning. Welcome to the Super Morning Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is me from Tema.
Ni from Tema.
Yes.
Your voice is very low. Have you had breakfast this morning?
That's a food for thought.
Okay, and kindly move away from the radio set and speak up for me. Ni, you're on the show. Go ahead. Let me hear from you.
You know, when the government, when the hold on when its hold was under threat from the plebiscite, the people from the water region, look at the intelligence, the swiftness. I don't know the word to use. The way they called the plebiscite, those militants.
Yes, I remember. The people who wanted to break away from the water. Yes.
The government is joking with us because it's not under threat. People are filling their stomach, their pockets. You know, I wish all these religious bodies, the heads, they all gather at the presidency, and the members will assemble around the ministry, all around the nation, and you wait. So the military have flushed out all those Galamseyers. We won't eat for 40 days, and it shall come to pass. Everything will be well. Good morning.
Good morning, Nee. Thank you for joining us on the Super Morning Show. You can also call 05511119997 and 03022216541. You can give us a call and be a part of the show. But if you want to change your TV, get the LG TV from CompuGhana. It makes life easier and it's smarter and it's world-class innovation. So don't wait. There is a 1-week promo which is from the 20th of April to 26th of April. So visit any CompuGhana showroom today or shop online, CompuGhana.com. And you can call them on 0302752020 or WhatsApp 0243143143. Own an LG product today. LG, life is good. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the Super Morning Show.
Good morning, Kojo. How are you doing?
So 50-50.
Doing good.
I'm not entirely happy, but you're fun. What's your name, sir?
Yes. Claude.
Claude, welcome to the show.
Yes. Kojo, this issue about Galamsey and our water bodies, the contamination and all those things. I've said it on a number of occasions on your show. I think government has to have a policy on mining in this country. If you look at those doing underground mining, are they polluting any of our water bodies? Are they destroying forests? So even if it is small scale, all the small scale miners, government should find a way of bringing them together to become maybe medium scale mining companies. Then they go underground until we stop the surface mining. These things cannot stop. Destruction of the forest, destruction of our water bodies, the contamination with heavy metals will not stop until we stop surface mining. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Claude. Thank you for joining us this morning on the show. It's 9:36. You can also join. So I'm looking for a lot of outcomes. On the environmental outcomes, I'm looking for river turbidity improvement, the trends on the Pra and Cobra of Fing, Brim, Tano, all the river bodies, really. I also want to know the hectares of forest reserves under active mining versus what the government inherited, and the mercury and the cyanide levels in our water bodies and in our soils. The land area reclaimed. We said we are going to do land reclamation. How many hectares have we reclaimed and reforested? And how are we using technology to fix this problem? Good morning. Welcome to the Super Morning Show. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Kojo.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Kojo, good morning. This is Jones calling from Land.
Jones, you are live on the show.
Yeah, Kojo. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys for keeping the pressure on with regard to Galamsey issues. Yes, I've listened to a number of your Kenasi and the woman. I listened to all of them. And I listened to the voice you played concerning the president and then Sam George and Amakutubua. Whatever voice you played and whatever they said, still valid. Still valid. Whatever President Mahama said, whatever Sam George said, still valid. This is the situation. We when you look at the statistics compared to the past, when people were emboldened to do Galamsey, the campaign, as President Mahama said, yes, to me, this is going to trial. We all know. Look at what the Naimons are doing. Look at all the interventions the government is putting in place in terms of the Galamsey fight. It's doing everything possible in terms of Galamsey. If the first government had not come to embolden Galamseyers, to pass a law, to pass an airline, to allow to mine in forest areas, all these things have been, all these laws have been repealed. They came and emboldened them, and it will not take just 9 days. It will not take 1 year. It will not take 1.5 years to eradicate those who are spoiling our forest. Yes, the government is doing a lot, and you can attest to it. Yes, keep the fire on, keep the pressure on, but whatever the government is doing to let people know that this intervention is what the government is hubs of the fight, so that we all help the government to fight the menace. It's killing all of us. It's not killing all those people alone. It's killing all of us. And one thing to Ahmad say is that don't let us alone come from Accra to fight Galamsey. Let's also put in place measures to empower the local folks. Let's put in place structures to empower the local folks who are always encountering these people to also fight the menace. From that angle, I think we'll all be fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Jones, for your call. So we should also be talking about what the government is doing to fight Galamsey, which we've been talking about and highlighting. But we talk about it and we also see the reality when we also hit the street, right? By the street when we hit the forest. So, and talking about what governments do. Every year, the finance minister brings programs and activities of MMDAs and asks us to approve a budget for them. Why is it that MMDAs in this country don't consistently publish annual reports? If, say, the Ministry of Lands came to me for 1 billion to fight Galamsey, do ABCD, where are their annual reports on their websites to show us the work they are doing, which you can pick and compare with previous years and the budget requisition that they made? People take our money and they work and they don't report to us. Sometimes you have to resort to RTI before an agency or a ministry release information. It's not like the media, we are not doing our work. Yeah, bro. Good morning.
Kojo,
yes, sir.
What?
When you mention my name in full, you don't send me Momo, I get angry. It's Friday. You can't mention. Papa,
Kojo. Yeah, I was Kojo, you know. Yeah, my namesake.
Papa Kojo.
People don't know me that I was also born on Monday. Oh, Kojo. You know what? I love listening to you when you are breaking things down. Are you getting my point? Like, it seems as if you have a problem with your WhatsApp line.
Yes, we have a problem with our WhatsApp line and our Zoom line this week. I mentioned it on Wednesday. We are trying to fix it, and we will definitely fix it. But for now, you're on the line, so just fire.
Yeah. Oh, the fire. You, like I said, I like the way you like breaking things down.
But so give me the but.
So what I'm just trying to say is, you see the way you went about it. The what do you call the figures that you are asking for, stability of the water level. You mentioned some rivers and things like that. Could you? I wish that you gather all this information, sir. Then we can now, talk about it, or me to fire. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? See, sometimes, I'm not saying that we shouldn't fight this Galamsey something, because we need to get clean water. Clean water so that babies that are, I'm told, giving birth to with no eyes, with no ears and things like that will be eradicated. But sometimes, our people, when they are in opposition, exaggeration. Exaggeration? Kojo? You see? So, please, gather all those information. Then let's talk about it. So that, people, Ghanaians will realize that, look, this government is doing what is expected to do. Just that if we have to use the military to clear, first they need to give warning that this is what is going to happen. Let Ghanaians know that from now on, if you are seen in this particular pit or whatever it is, your family members, you created it so that you don't blame the government. So you please gather the information, gather the stability level, the number of rivers that have gone bad and all this. And let's talk about it, my brother. I salute you. Right?
I salute back, Papa. Thank you. And on the information, let me make something clear to listeners. In my previous role, one of the jobs I did was to lead a team to identify land for agric and all those things. So we did a lot of water tests, right? Now, typically, if you take a sample of water to the Water Research Institute, the Environmental Chemistry Division at Airport Residential Area, the last time I did one was in 2024. The cost of testing the water was 1,400 cedis. So full physicochemical analysis, your sodium absorptivity or something, Charlie Brofuna Yebibri, mercury and arsenic. You put all those things, it's 1,004. A typical media house cannot take 10 or 20 water samples from all our water bodies and pay 1,400 cedis every month to do that, because the media, we are struggling for revenue. That's why we have the government and we pay taxes. That's why we have institutions whose job is actually to record these things every day as a matter of regulatory information and governance information. So if they are doing it, they should release it. That information is sitting there. Water resources should be able to publish it. The ministry should be able to publish it. Kwaku Ofosu should be able to publish it. It is not up to me to go and find it and publish. Good morning. Welcome to the Super Morning Show.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Chidia.
Chidia, you're live on the show. Please go ahead.
Kojo, first of all, may I please help me congratulate the Afajatu district chief. He's doing very well there. God bless him. This alluvial gold problem, I think that's the cause of the destruction of the environment. First of all, have we considered the unemployment rate in the country? All these people doing this job, after they have gone into the bush, state of emergency, what will they do? I think we should begin to push the government for the cooperative mining. There are countries that are doing well in mining, not necessarily underground mining, this surface mining. If it is properly coordinated, I think we can go far. Then we just clear them off, and then nothing for them to do. So we should begin to push the spotlight on this cooperative money. They have sent people to Australia to go and monitor what they are doing and doing it well. So they bring it here. What has come out of that? I quite remember when those ministers died in the airplane crash. They were going to commission something. That was when they died on the way. What were they about to commission? What came out of it? We must begin to ask those questions. As for the surface mining, the alluvial mining, whether we like it or not, the people will find ways to go around it. Just create jobs, and then some of these things will come to an end. Thank you.
Thank you for your call. You will be our final caller for the morning. You are our final caller for the morning. We'll be wrapping up on the show very soon. I can see the Queen, Doreen, in the window. She's also ready to take over, and I'll give you a great experience for the mid-morning. It's 9:46. In 14 minutes, we wrap up and leave the studio. I'll read some of your messages. We are struggling with our WhatsApp this week, but we'll fix it. And I'll read some of your messages. But if you need fuel, make the Smart Stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. With over 240 stations nationwide, Star Oil gives you high-quality fuel, great service, and real value for money. This is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with the Star card, you can enjoy safe, cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. Wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuel. So the last caller, Chidiak, mentioned jobs. The EPA did a study sometime in 2015, 2016, 2017, and they estimated that about 1 million jobs are in the small-scale mining space. And so whatever strategy we put in place must consider these things. That's why I was happy when the president said he was going to do in Kokon Ketinketi, Ejumura, Feed Ghana, industrialization, 24-hour economy, and all those things. How many jobs have we created so far with all those things? How many sustainable jobs do we intend to create with all those things? So that if we are moving people from illegal mining, really, we can transition them into other forms of employment that can pay them well. Ejumura, where is it? Where are they? 24-hour economy. Where are we with 24-hour economy? And all the other big things we mentioned. These are just questions I'm asking. But we are going to the Esipon Stadium to watch the Milo Champions League. The children are ready, the kids are ready to show you next level football right here in Ghana. 16 schools, only one will be crowned champions. And it's happening at the Esipon Stadium in 2nd D, Takrady. So join us for this excellent football spectacle. Now, you are welcome to the future of mobility in Ghana. At Drive EVGH, we are not just selling electric cars, we are launching a movement. All electric, all style, zero fuel, zero noise. Cut your transport costs by up to 70%. No more oil changes, no more engine repairs, no more long queues at gas stations. Drive now, pay later. No deposit, no excuses. You can call Drive EV on 059-651-3056 or 055-413-6410. And they have a great deal for you with their financing partners to ensure you can also move to EV. So talk to Drive EV today and be electrified.
Because the west ones, not because we love the water, but because the water never lets us go.
This May, in celebrating Arise 2026 International Justice Mission in partnership with Image Bureau, April Communications and the National Theatre presents The Wet Ones, a story of pain, ignorance, deception, mystery, and struggle. For one day only, catch this theatrical masterpiece on Saturday, 2nd May at 4 p.m. at the National Theatre. The Wet Ones. Register for your free invite at www.imagebureaugh.com or visit IJM Ghana on Facebook, IG, and X. The Wet Ones. Directed by Derek Sawano. Saturday, 2nd May at 4 p.m. only at the National Theatre. Supported by Niplant Car Rentals, Graphic Communications Group, Joy FM, Hits FM, Joy Prime TV, and proudly brought to you by International Justice Mission.
For over a decade, a platform has quietly shaped conversations, celebrated excellence, and honored the women building Ghana's future. The Ghana Female CEOs Summit and the Ghana Women of the Year honors have stood as symbols of impact, leadership, and legacy. This year, we raised the bar. For the first time ever, two powerful platforms come together for a two-day experience designed to inform, inspire, and celebrate. Day one, the Ghana Female CEOs Summit, a gathering of bold thinkers and industry leaders driving real conversations through keynotes, panels, curated masterclasses, and shared insight. Day two, the Ghana Women of the Year honors, a prestigious night dedicated to recognizing women making exceptional impact across industries. Taking place on the 7th and 8th of May 2026 at the iconic Kempinski Hotel, Gold Coast City, Accra. For registration and more information, visit glitzafrica.com.
Never felt this free before. I'm high and I'm getting higher.
Welcome to the Joy Sports World Cup Minute with me, Daniel Kranting. Africa will have a record 10 representatives at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, marking a historic milestone for the continent. It will be the first time in history that Africa sends 10 teams to the FIFA World Cup, underlining the continent's growing influence in global football. The increase in African representation comes after FIFA's expansion of the competition to 48 teams, offering more opportunities for emerging football nations to compete on the biggest stage. Senegal, Morocco, Egypt, Ghana, Algeria, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, Cape Verde, and South Africa have already secured qualification before DR Congo completed the lineup.
When the sirens are loud, but the beds are full, what happens next? Join the conversation Ghana cannot afford to ignore. The Presec Old Boys Association presents Conversations Under the Baobab Tree 3.0, an Odadie National Dialogue. Theme: The No-Bed Syndrome in Ghana, Improving Emergency Healthcare. Chaired by Odadie Dr. Ernest Ofori-Sapon, Alumni Global President, with a keynote by Odadie Dr. Opokuwari Ampuma, former CEO, Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Featuring a distinguished panel: Odadie Dr. Okoboy, former Minister of Health; Odadie Dr. Kwame Enimbuama, former CEO, University of Ghana Medical Center; Odadie Professor Dr. Ernest York, President, Ghana Medical Association; Odadie Dr. Samuel Nyama, Executive Director, Public Health Alliance International Ghana; Dr. Kwame Ekremet, Emergency Medicine Physician, UGMC; Mrs. Faustina Excel Adepa, Representative, Ghana Nurses Association. Moderated by Odadie Bernard Avle. Channel 1 TV, from policy to practice. Expect bold insights, hard truths, and real solutions.
happens. Because in emergencies, delays cost lives. The date, 30th April. The time, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The venue, Palms by Eagle, formerly Holiday Inn Airport. This is more than a dialogue. It's a call to act. Conversations under the Baobab Tree 3.0. An Odadia dialogue. In thy light, we shall see light. Media partners, Joy FM.
Super Morning Show.
It's like Woodstock did it, brand new villain. Bob to the music, psychedelic visit. My heartbeat acoustic, moves like Kendrick. Spark to a fire, then a flame and kiss it. Go hard in my lane, both strikes in the blizzard. 10 million in the brain, gotta roll with the vision. Vision of a good time, all I wanna know when the party gon' start, let the good time roll. Come on, let's go. You got a lot of living, keep the party on the road. Ain't nothing like the feeling when you're winning in your soul. The wheel keeps spinning, only got one goal. Don't stop the show, can't stop the flow. The real ain't ready, cause I rock the globe. So act like you know, act like you know, act like you know. Just what to do when a good time roll.
Love is nice when it's understood. It's even nicer when it makes you feel good. You've got me tripping how our love is old. Come on, baby. Let the good times roll. This is Flow Rider. Let me say good morning to Adjoa from Pomachum. What's up? What's up? This is the weekend though, so what's up? Anyway, we are wrapping up here on the Super Morning Show. Let me remind you, Electroland Ghana Limited is giving you weekly and monthly big rewards when you buy Samsung, TLC Media, and NASCO Electronics anywhere in Ghana and from any authorized dealer or reseller. Just buy your LED smart TVs, split ACs, double door fridges, auto grill gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, microwaves, and blenders, and a whole lot more. And from Samsung, TCL Media, and NASCO, dial star 928 star 888 hash or go to register.electrolandraffles.com to enter the weekly monthly draws. Electroland Ghana Limited, rewarding your patronage the big way. And the big show is coming off 2nd of May, 4 p.m. National Theatre. It is another classic dramatic masterpiece written by George Queiroz, directed by Derek Sewonu. And it's the International Justice Mission in partnership with Image Bureau, April Communications, and National Theatre. It's the wet ones. The wet ones. You can register now for free by going to imagebureau.com, or you follow and interact with IJM Ghana on Facebook, IG, and X. Wet ones, Saturday, 2nd May, 4 p.m. National Theatre. Don't miss this. And you can always shop at the Kingdom Books without moving an inch from the comfort of your home office or wherever you are. Go to kingdomstoreonline.com. Shop for everything you need for your homes and your offices. They give you quality office essentials and equipment and furniture at affordable prices. kingdomstoreonline.com. They will arrange delivery to your homes and offices. They also offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark. And if you want to stream this weekend and forever, you need to get MTN Fiber. It gives you the power to stream unlimited. You can also upload and download whatever you need. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, endless everything for your home. Dial star 5057 hash to get your preferred unlimited MTN Fiber package from MTN, or you log on to the My MTN app now. MTN, everywhere you go. This is Christopher Morris Brown. Yeah. And Adobia is here. She's bringing you the news at 10. Yes, she's here. She's looking very, very beautiful in there, Angelina. But you know, season 1 was amazing, but season 2 of Legwork is explosive. It's filled with suspense, betrayal, and of course, a lot of dance moves. In Legwork Season 2, the story follows Aquila, gifted by troubled street dancer whose journey to reclaim her identity finds her battling rival dancers, dealing with loss while going through motherhood. It shows on Fridays at 9 p.m. on Akaba Magic, DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102. Stay connected on star 759 hash and don't miss a moment of all the drama. Akaba Magic, Ghana's most loved storyteller. Milo, Papa, Milo. The big game is coming. The big final. The Milo Champions League final. Happening 16 schools, one school will be getting the trophy. It's happening at the Esipon Stadium in Sekondi Takrade. If you've not been following this, go online, follow Milo, and get all the updates on the Milo Champions League, where the kids are showing, the youngsters are showing their skills, next level football on the pitch. Don't miss this. Esipon Sekondi Takrade. My name is Kojo. Akoto Boateng. It's been great having you on the Super Morning Show. Thank you so much for being a part of the show this week. We return next week here on the show. Happy birthday to Dr. Paddy Ayete of Elimas Health Ghana. This is from management and staff of Elimas. Enjoy the weekend and happy birthday to you, Doc. And have a great morning. Enjoy the rest of the day. Be great, be impactful. God bless you. Adubia is bringing you news at 10. Doreen will follow. And it goes on and on and on till the rest of the day here on Joy. Andy Dossi will be up in the evening with the diary as well. Don't miss that. We meet on Monday on the Super Morning Show. God bless you.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the Joy Headline